keeping, rolling to his right. Wants to look downfield.
He did not make it. He didn't make it.
We held him. Unbelievable. He's going to throw the ball. He's got a man deep.
He's got it.
Look, he's got a man in the middle.
Touchdown!
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 We win!
That never gets old, even 9 weeks into the season. Good evening and welcome to Titusville Rocket Football. Tonight, the Rockets play host to the Girard Yellow Jackets, and we welcome you to our broadcast and to the historic Carter Field. Our coverage of Titusville Rocket Football this season has been made possible by these great sponsors: State Farm Insurance, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Larry's Auto Service, by True Value Hardware, by Armstrong, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by the Titusville Dairy Products Company, by the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, by Joe Taylor Ford, by the Barking Lot, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Homerwood, by Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Family Video, and by Corky's Pizza and Subs. Senior night here at Carter Field. The Rockets and the Yellow Jackets here this evening for Week 9 of high school football. Good evening, everybody. Our broadcast crew tonight includes Jim and Steve Bodemer, Bill McCurlis on the wireless mic. Camera operators this evening are Amy Rio and Adam Bodemer, and I'm Luke Rio. Thank you so much. And gentlemen, 9 weeks into this football season. Hard to believe.
Yeah, we just got started and it's over, and we have this big game tonight, both these ball clubs, but beautiful night for football here at Carter Field. It's cool down in the 50s, but nonetheless, the fields look pretty good. Bill McCrills will have a report on that a little bit later, but Steve, coming into this ball game, Titusville last week gave up some four or five big plays. Prior to that, they played pretty well, but those biggest plays killed us. Can they stop the Yellow Jackets tonight? They like to run the sweep on us. Can we come up and put a stop to them? Girard has to win tonight to get in the playoffs, so Titusville wants to get some momentum to finish up the season. So there's a lot going here at Carter Field tonight.
Well, there really is, and for Girard, it's a matter of if they win tonight's ball game, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, then they've got to look at the Corey-Harbor Creek matchup. If Corey were to win and Girard loses, then Corey gets into that final spot and instead of Girard. And of course, the winner, whoever does get in between those two teams, is going to have to go up against the very tough Grove City Ball Club, champions of the Southern Region in AAA football. So, yeah, Titusville's got a lot to come up with. Last week, big plays, and when we talk about big plays, we're talking about runs of 60-plus yards, all of them for touchdowns. Titusville's going to have to stir up their defense, or it's going to happen again.
Yes, and if it does happen, it's going to be a real quick night for Titusville. But I suspect, hopefully, the pride will kick in here tonight, because Titusville has a chance to be the spoiler and mess up the season for Girard, and hopefully that's enough motivation to get themselves a good effort here this evening.
Yeah, if you're not going to make it to the playoffs, the best thing you've got is to play spoil and ruin somebody else's postseason hopes, and that's what Titusville's got to try to do tonight.
It's senior night, 9th game of the season. As Luke mentioned, Titusville hosting Girard Yellow Jackets. Should be a good ball game. If you're out around, come on down to the field and enjoy this football game this evening.
Well, Steve sat down with Coach Baldwin, and we're going to hear from him in just a moment as our Rocket pregame show continues here this evening from Carter Field. This is the Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Rocket football will continue right after this.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence.
Welcome back to our pregame show. I'm Steve Bodo. With me is Coach Baldwin of the Rockets. And before we get into our next to last home game here for the Rockets, we'll take a trip back last week here, Fairview Tigers. And really, if you haven't seen the ball game, the first half, a very intense ball game on both sides of the ball for the Rockets, and well played. 21-14, Fairview scored at the half. And I thought at the first half you had to be pleased with how your kids were doing.
Oh, yeah, we were really pleased. Moving the ball. I mean, the only times on offense that, we got shut down was with a penalty that moved us back, put us way behind the sticks, or a missed block, which didn't happen too often in the first half. And we watching the first half of play, particularly, we seemed to have a lot of success running to our right. And I think at the time it was Gage Sutton was the right tackle and did a nice job of sealing that for Parker Harvey or whoever coming around to the right side on our running plays. And so we thought at halftime, there's some fight left in the Rockets. Then the second half. And it was literally a tale of 2 halves. We just couldn't get anything going either way. And what we liked in the first half is that big long drive that ate it up. But then in the second half, you're right, we couldn't get things going either way. But then right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, when we scored to make it 27-21, I thought, here we go. We're going to get things going. But then, defensively, I think the kids started overthinking too much. We weren't in position at all, and when we did get in position, we didn't make tackles, and you just can't do that to a good back like that Mora kid is.
And Mora ran for almost 400 yards. I think 380 yards on us, and their scoring plays on the run. I think he had 4, maybe 5. And when I say long runs, I'm talking 60-plus yards.
Big plays. They really weren't able to get drives going. They would hit something and then hit a big play off. We'd be out of position and miss tackles. Like I said, even when we were in position, especially along the sideline, you get a shot to take him out of bounds. Make sure he at least goes out of bounds and use that sideline to your advantage. We didn't do that in the second half at all.
He was one of the faster backs that we have seen, and we've seen there are some good running backs in this area if you're not watching a lot of different high schools play. And he's one of the good ones, Oil City's running back.
Cole's.
Cole's a very good one. General McLean has one too. Actually, they got 2 good running backs. The young man from Cochranton. We did a nice job with him, but this ball game here, Moore just seemed to want to impose his will on us.
And we let him get outside, and like I said, once he got outside, we were out of position. There was a lot of times you look back on it where we had safeties moving back and forth, and we just didn't get lined up in the defense that we were calling from the sideline, whether it was the wrong strength call or whatever. We just weren't lined up ready to play football, and they took advantage of it.
Well, tonight is Girard, and for people who aren't aware of it, Girard, if they win, they're in the playoffs. At least they qualify for playoffs tonight. Right. Their only competitor for the playoff spot is Corey, and Corey has to win, and we have to beat Girard for Corey to get in.
Yes.
So you know that Girard's coming in here ready to play football.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Offensively, what are we looking at with the Yellow Jackets?
They run the wing tee, traditional wing tee stuff. You know, they're going to trap it and power it out of it and stuff like that. Get crossing in the backfield. They will throw the ball too. So we got to be ready for that.
Well, that's one of the few things, and we've commented throughout the course of the year, we're really surprised, at least within our region, how little the ball's in the air.
Yes, absolutely.
Everybody is run dominant right now.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're going to be a ground game, but they can throw it, and they'll throw out of that wing tee.
Yes, yeah. No, you know, they want to cross things up in the backfield or bring the wings and misdirection type plays. To get people open.
And so defensively, you're going to be teaching keys, staying at home.
Yes.
Because I know we've seen a lot of teams that run this type of an offense, and we have a tendency to follow that first guy when it's the second guy that's got the ball.
Right, yep. Yeah, and we kind of tried to get down to the basics again and just so we can get lined up and just play football. Make tackles, be in position, do your responsibility, read your keys, and when you get the opportunity to make a tackle, make sure you get them to the ground.
Offensively, Tad, I'm assuming, again, we're going to be looking for Parker Harvey.
Yep,
we're going to try to establish the ground game. What kind of a defense is Girard going to throw at us?
They run a 4-4. You'll see, you know, cover 3. Maybe some cover 1 at times, single safety over the top, and they'll be looking to shut down the ground game. But I'm hoping that, you know, the passing game's coming along better and better every week, and last week it opened up Parker big time. I mean, he had 190 yards on the ground. A lot of that has contributed to being able to throw the ball a little bit, and they have to back out, make them linebackers loosen up and stuff like that. And that'll be key this week with the 4 in there and getting them.
Yeah, because the 4-4 defense, you have 4 down linemen, you're going to have 4 linebackers. You're going to have 8 men automatically off the base set on their defense playing in the box.
Right.
And, of course, we've got 5 down linemen to block.
Right.
Plus, you've got your tight ends or wherever you decide to put your slot man.
Right. Yep. And, you know, we'll keep moving that around. We're adding another formation, just like a Twins tight end. It'll look like a wing, tight end wing look. But we call it Twins tight end because of the sub package that we have in, and you're gonna see some maybe pull out a trick play or 2.
And Titus will in the passing game. I'm assuming you're starting the freshman again, Knapp. If they're going to run a cover 3, now cover 3 is basically a zone type pass coverage.
Yes.
Is he going to find that easier to throw against? Is that a little easier for a freshman quarterback to attack, or is a man up look a little better?
It all depends on the pressure that the defense puts on the quarterback. If we give him time to set, the zone look can be shredded because they're in zones, and if you give the quarterback time, he can sit back there and pick. Someone's going to come open because they let him run through the zones. Whereas man defense, you get a better read at first of where they're going. Are they off? Are they up? Are they in press? But once it gets going, it makes the quarterback have to throw a better ball because there's a guy there. So, you know, and that's why in the past when I was running defense, I always went to the man defense because at least you have a guy and it makes that quarterback throw a good ball.
When we're looking at the cover 3, we're basically saying that the secondary is going to divide the field into thirds.
Yes, deep thirds.
So typically it's, you know, hash to sidelines, and then between the hashes. And the place that you want to attack those is going to be where the zones kind of mesh together?
Yes, yeah. We see where the hook to curl routes hook to curl zones from the linebackers, outside linebackers, see where they set up, because we run, like, we call it a 4 route where they go 5 yards and in, but we'll run a 9 from like the slot to run guys off. and sometimes that 4 will be open. You can tell as soon as he makes his break whether he's going to be open or not. Or maybe the 7 route, which is just like the old flag route. If the linebackers are playing up in the more of a flats look, that intermediate between them, we can dump them to the sideline too.
Well, that's what we're going to face tonight. Titusville trying to play spoiler again. Girard again. If they win, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they have to hope that Harbor Creek beats Corey, or else they're out and Corey's in. Come on back. We'll have a good ball game here tonight. Titusville and Girard right after this.
The Intensive Transitional Care Program at Titusville Area Hospital is a patient-centered, high-quality program for hospitalized patients recovering from illness or surgery who may no longer need to be in a traditional hospital setting but are not yet ready to return home. Regain your independence. Choose the Intensive Transitional Care Program at Titusville Area Hospital, where a high level of care, safety, and satisfaction is our top priority. Visit titusvillehospital.org for more information. Titusville Area Hospital. More than a hospital.
Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rockets sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service. Vaderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. It's going to be a busy week next week.
Nick Wright latches on the ball, shoots and scores! A mistake there by the center of the Northeast defense. Played the ball to Nick Wright, who pounced on it like an eagle going for a rodent.
Gary Barnes with the call there, and the Rocket boys are heading to the playoffs. Monday, they are the home team against Sharon in the first round, and that'll take place at Oil City High School, and we'll be there for that coverage. So congratulations to those guys. Speaking of Nick Wright, we'll see him on the field tonight.
I'm just gonna excuse me. I'm just gonna ask the obvious question. You said Titusville has a home game against Sharon.
Yes.
At Oil City.
Yes. Well, they played at Carter Field.
That's right. That's all right.
They played at Carter Field. This past Monday.
Yeah.
Because field conditions down at the Ed Meyer Complex.
And look what you've done to our field. You've chewed it up so bad. It was so nice and smooth last week.
Steve, we were friends up till this week.
We might have been acquaintances, but friends, I don't know.
That's senior night here at Carter Field.
And here we are. It's not even.
That's a weather like, Jim.
Well, it's kind of cool. Getting a little hot up here in the press box, but it's kind of cool down in the field. All right. 50 degrees, cloudy and showers is what we see on the screen. Bill McCrillis is down in the field, and let's go down to Bill and see what he thinks of the conditions down that way. Bill, we're trying to hear Bill.
There he is. Hi, Bill. Oh, there he was. Hi, Bill.
Here right now.
There you go.
It's nice. It's pretty nice down here. The field is a little chewed up, but not too bad.
All right.
What do you suppose caused that? That's okay, Bill. Don't go there.
Be a little bit of termites.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's really nice. I had walked out and talked to some of the boys and parents before the game started here, and I'll tell you what, it's kind of a sad time tonight, really, when you got the seniors leaving, and they only got one more game to play after this, and a lot of them were feeling it.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia. You played your career here, and Steve, you've gone through that, and all the kids, that final game, final season, playing here at Carter Field, there's always a little bit of nostalgia that comes up and into play, but hopefully that may be a little bit of motivation also for this ball club tonight.
Yeah, I think it will be, particularly for the seniors. And the biggest thing I can remember of when it was senior night for me was where'd it go?
Is that because of your age?
It was.
Oh, no. Where did? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, back when I was in
it went fast.
Soccer boy.
Gotcha.
Soccer. The soccer cleats. They have bigger cleats than what we're allowed to use. And anyway,
Adam, do you want
that's the biggest thing. Was they look back briefly at how quickly their careers have gone here at Titusville High School and at any high school really. And you are kind of sad, but at the same time, you want to go out on top. And so that might be the edge that Titusville needs to try to play spoiler tonight.
Speaking of careers, I used to have one with Luke until about 5 minutes ago.
I'll separate the two of you. It's all right. We'll talk next week, Jim.
Yeah, senior night, and Titusville and Girard will get it together here. And big ball game for Girard. Win, they go on. Lose, it could be a toss-up. So we'll see what's going to happen.
By the way, Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company, and all season, by the way. And tonight by Ongley Timber Resources. This is the Rocket pregame show. Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. We got kickoff coming up shortly. Pregame show will continue right after this.
Whoever said it's only a dog never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
So, State Farm will be here to help protect our home?
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who wants tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little. Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 17th anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a new 2018 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Or get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 2,800 additional savings off MSRP on a new 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. Make sure you take advantage of Joe Taylor Ford's top-of-the-line lifetime warranty on all new cars.
See Joe Taylor.
Thank you for 17 great years.
Welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. It is senior night here at Carter Field. Lots of folks coming down here tonight. Actually, that's the team. I don't know. I took a quick glance up, and I saw these guys. Yeah,
you can tell because they're all dressed alike.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. There's Coach. I still love that shot. That's a great shot.
That is a great shot.
Yeah.
That is one of the things that Coach Baldwin has changed with the Titusville football program that I really kind of like. I kind of like coming down. Instead of coming down the steps, I like coming down that bank. It's really kind of a nice thing.
Well, I like that, and the fact that he doesn't send them out one at a time. He brings them all out as a team.
Yep.
There's a lot of things he's doing there this year that I really enjoyed. But it's a big game, Steve. Let's go back to the possibilities of playoffs. Grove City's playing Meadville tonight. That should be a win for Grove City on paper, at least. But that's a big ball game. But Grove City's going to be playing the winner of the last place team of this region.
Yeah.
It will either be this team, Girard, and/or, as you mentioned, Corey.
And/or Corey, yes.
I should mention real quick, too, even though Titusville will not be in the postseason, they will have that 10th game next week against Carn City here at Carter Field. So folks can still make it down to watch that game.
Yeah, there'll be one more game for them. So this isn't the last game, but that was just one that was added to the schedule a few weeks back because they didn't make the playoffs.
Well, and that's one of the things that got a little bit complicated here when the scheduling kind of changed. Everybody's used to a 10-game schedule. schedule, and now they start the playoffs this coming next weekend will be playoffs, and if you don't make playoffs, you have that chance to make up that and still get a 10th game in, and so that's a nice little feature there for Titusville.
We've been hearing a lot, Steve, the last couple of days of teams opting out of any postseason play. Any team surprise you? And I know throughout the night we'll talk about some of those other matchups, but
as far as opting out,
yeah.
Officially I haven't heard. I have some guesses of teams that I think will probably opt out, and it's typically it's up to the school itself if they want to set a steadfast policy on what you have to do to qualify for playoffs, whether it's a 500 record or near 500 or whatever it is. I myself, if I'm a school district, am not making any policy regarding that. I'll take each year as it comes and decide whether or not it's something my kids have earned if we've qualified. But you've got in single A ball, you got a couple of schools that Eisenhower's 1-7, yet they're in qualification-wise. Cambridge Springs 2-6. Cochranton, that Titusville's third game of the season, had a good ball game, get probably their best of the year. Also at 2-6. So any one of those three could opt out. And if you're wondering what happens, they don't reseed the brackets. Whoever they were scheduled to play gets a bye into the next round. And you'll see, you'll hear more about that in the upcoming week here, because I think they have to do that by Monday or Tuesday next week.
Titusville's out on the field, lining up for the national anthem. The Girard Yellow Jackets now coming in from the south end of the field. We're just a couple minutes away, folks, from kickoff. 9th game of the season as Titusville entertains the Yellow Jackets of Girard.
Well, that's going to do it for our Rocket pregame show, brought to you by Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning. Big thanks to them for sponsoring our pregame show. We have kickoff coming up next.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
Welcome to Titusville Area School District's presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on the Stream.
All right, guys, good luck to both teams. The coin did earlier. Girard, you won the toss and elected to defer, and you're going to kick towards the scoreboard. So Titusville, go ahead and stick your backs to the scoreboard.
Okay, there you have it, guys. We're going to receive.
Well, we'll see what Titusville can do real quick here in the offense as Girard has deferred. So that's a big, always a big decision. People wonder sometimes about the toss of the coin and do you defer, do you receive, do you kick, whatever. But that turns out sometimes in games to be a very, very big decision. especially if you end up with the ball the last of the second quarter, and then you get the ball in the third quarter.
Yeah, you get back-to-back possessions out of it that way. It can make a big difference. I've often wondered, how you figure on planning that it comes out that way. I don't see any rhyme or reason or pattern to it, but I know one of the teams in the NFL, the Patriots, have a real knack for being able to master that.
And Wireless Mike tonight, again, brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley Timber Resources. Big thanks to not just them, but all our sponsors this season as we officially wrap up our Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show.
So Titusville will receive. They'll send Landon Palma back along with Riley Corcoran. They'll be standing back at about the Titusville 10.
Looks like Tyler Hawkins is going to be kicking off.
Well, I don't have a 24 on my roster, and they have one. It's a squib kick. Goes touched by Titusville. It's going to be picked up at the 32, and that's where we'll put it in play by Nicholson about the 32-yard line. Tough kick to handle.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing you can do with it. You're going to get good field position to start your drive with anyway. Just, make sure you get control of it. Fall down on it if you have to.
It'll be interesting to see whether or not that is their kicking game or if that was just a missed kick as this game goes along, because extra points, field goal type of situation. So it wasn't a very good kickoff, but we'll take it. We're first down and 10 Titusville, and it'll be at the Titusville 32.
Steve, I was interested in what Coach said to us yesterday about Titusville coming out and scoring the first points of most of
the games this year. Yeah, I didn't realize that when he had said it.
There's an offside.
Yep, there's an offside.
53 jumped the gun a little bit. That's Derek Kovale. So it'll be first and 5 now. The ball come out to the 42.
Hey, guys.
Excuse me, 37. Yeah, Bill.
Keep your eye on number 61 for...
Okay.
Because before the anthem was played, he was yelling and screaming and hollering, looking at the kids making faces at him. So just keep an eye on him.
Titusville now will send one left, one right, put a man in the wing left. The ball's going to get off to Harvey. Harvey's going to try to get to the outside. Missed a seal block over there, but he's going to turn it upfield. Nice run. Out to the 40. He'll pick up 3 the hard way.
And again, this is, we've talked with Coach Baldwin quite a bit throughout the years. He's talked about this zone blocking scheme, and basically in its most fundamental principles, if we run left, everybody runs left, and you hit somebody and you block them. And the running back picks his hole. Parker deciding to take that one outside and picks up a nice 3-4 yards.
Second down and 1. Titusville will send Palma wide left, and it'll be it looks like Stover and Corcoran on the left side. Excuse me, Palma on the right side. One of these days I'm going to figure out my left and my right. Straight up the middle is Parker Harvey driving ahead. He'll have the first down, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know how you mark that with that mass of humanity right there in the middle.
I don't either.
Yeah, you kind of watch. I'm waiting to see if Parker Harvey can squirt out the other side of it, but there's half of each football team right there in the middle trying to find him and stop him. So
the penalty helps Titusville to pick up the first down. It's out to the 43-yard line. First down and 10. Just underway here at Carter Field. Doubles right, single to left now for Titusville. Knapp at quarterback. Wanting to throw, comes to the outside, a swing pass just overthrew Harvey. Had some yardage there.
Yeah, he had a good 5 to 10 yards on that if he'd have brought that down for Parker. Nobody out here in the flat even bothered to run with Parker. The nearest guy is going to be coming up here from the safety position. If he brings this down and Parker catches that, you see there's a 5-yard gap, nobody in his way. There's the nearest guy coming into the screen there at the end of the play. So
and he beats him. He
beats him. He's got some yards. He'll be tough to bring down because he'll have speed at that point.
Titusville now will send 2 to the right side, put 1 on the wing. Harvey coming to the right side, cuts it back, and we'll pick up about maybe 2 on the play, out close to the 45.
It's like Nate Hansen. He's playing one of the linebacker positions. He's trying to guess the hole Parker wants to run through, and he overruns it just a little bit, allowing Parker to cut up for a little bit of a gain.
9th game of the season for the Titusville Rockets as they try to pick up their 3rd win of the season. Palma to the right. Now we're going to send, Titusville will send trips to the left side. Knapp wanting to throw. Got a man out on the outside. It's picked off at the 49, at the 50, now across to the 40. And it looks like a good run down the sideline and knocked out of bounds. Number 22.
In low. This pass is just thrown just a little too flat. He puts a little bit of air under this ball, and he's going to get a completion out of it, but he tried to rifle it through there. And you're going to see they do a nice drop here. 22 is going to drop right in the passing lane. A little bit of air on that. He might have had the completion, but that's a good interception.
So it's first down and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. They come out with double tight ends. Backs are split. Strong side right. They got a man on the wing right. Give it off to the running back. Right up the side. Across the left side. Inside the 10. Down close to the goal line. Waiting for the signal.
They gave it to him.
Touchdown. Wow, very quick. One play. 17 yards out. Touchdown, Girard.
Yeah, and they're just going to take this right inside. It's a play to the right, and there's a big hole that gets opened up. You can see number 61, and I don't have his.
We don't have a name on him.
Don't have a name on him. My guess is it's either Aaron Dion or Jordan Shell, and I think it's Jordan Shell. I think it was the center, but you can see he put somebody on his back. So we're going to have to do a little bit of job up front.
So the kicking game now will come into play. 6-0 Girard at 9:57. There's the snap. Placement. Kick is up. Kick looks good. 9:57 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Girard. So the turnover, and Girard immediately punches it in for the 7-point lead.
Well, that's a tough break for Titusville, too. You're setting them up with their first possession on a very short field. But we've got to do a better job up front. We've got to be able to hold our positions.
So Titusville now will get their second opportunity offensively, and as Girard will get set to kick off. Yeah, not the way we wanted to start here, as Titusville would like to put the first points on the board, but
well, and we've talked about it with Titusville all year long. You have one play in the drive, and it'll knock us down. And obviously, after the initial first down, we had the flat, the pass to Hunter in the flat, and we overthrew it, and that set us behind the down and distance.
24 is Tyler Hawkins, and he'll be spotting the ball up after scoring this extra point and the touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, he had the touchdown for him too.
7-0 Hawkins. Palma and Corcoran back deep. Let's see if they kick deep this time. And he does kick deep. It'll come right side to Palma. He takes it at the 15, across the 20, 25, 30, up across the 35, and gets out to about the 37-yard line. Thought he might get through there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. Girard managed to close it down. But Titusville getting good returns. That's one of the bright spots of Titusville seasons. Their kick returns have given them good field position.
Palma has returned a couple this year for 80, 90 yards, so he has that ability. Seems to be the quickest boy out there for Titusville this year. Stover comes wide right, Corcoran right, LaRoque also on the right side. 3 to the right, 1 to the left for the Rockets. First down and 10 at their own 35. To Harvey, and he made a good job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up 1.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm looking for Titusville. Number 52, it's quartered by Mitchell Wilson, which I don't believe is a name I'm familiar with. He's going to pull out here, just misses the defensive tackle. You've got to get a piece of him to give Parker a place to run.
Second down and 9 for Titusville. Titusville will send 3 to the left side this time. They'll keep the end in tight on the right side. Second and 9. Harvey straight up the middle, tries to cut to the left side, and he's going to get smacked. Picked up a couple out to the 40 before they gang tackle him.
I think it was Dion. Aaron Dion was the first one there for the Girard Yellow Jackets, and they're up front people right now are doing a pretty decent job of taking the offensive line on, shedding the blocks, and making tackles.
Third and long for Titusville. Trips come to the right side, single to the left. They'll try to spread out the defense of Girard. Now they put LaRoque in motion to the left. Need a big play here. Get some good blocking. Knapp's going to fumble the ball and recovered by Girard. ball's knocked out of Garrett's hand, and Girard picks up the ball at the Titusville 35. Another short field for Girard.
Yeah, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers is not the way you want to play a football game. Titusville putting themselves in a hole here. I think he's got fairly decent time, but as he steps up, the ball's down low. He's got to keep a better grip on it with both hands, but get that ball up a little bit higher instead of having it down around the waist.
First down 10, Girard now at the Titusville 35. And this is their second offensive series, the first one from the 17 of Titusville. Backs are split. On the counter, coming across the left side, trying to get to the outside. Now cuts up field as the ball carrier out across the 35 to about the 34-yard line.
One of the nice plays here by the defensive front, I think it's Dunlap, number 51, gets a lot of penetration into the backfield. And that's what you got to do on these counter plays. You'll see him come through right here, has a chance to make a tackle, but you see how much further he has to go backwards. The running back allows Titusville to react and keep it to a minimal gain.
There was Nate Hansen on the carry for Girard. Brings up a second and we'll give him a yard, short yard, but 2nd and 9. Girard now comes out with a wing right. Feathers gives it off to the tailback coming across the left side, tries to get to the outside, run down nicely by Stover. Nice job by Stover. Corey Russell was a ball carrier.
Here's an example of having a good angle for a tackle here by Laird Stover. They're going to run this thing. The running back is going to try to take it out. This is Russell. He's going to take it to the outside. There's good position. And he does a nice job. You can see he's shadowing the outside. The running back wants to try to turn it back, but that's the angle you got to have. And you get a big loss on the play there. That's one of the better plays we've seen out of our defensive secondaries when they're coming up to support the run.
Brings up a 3rd and 14. This time we'll have a wide out to the left. Still a man on the wing right for Girard. Feathers going to throw, rolling to his left. Got some pressure. Going to throw up short. No, down around the 20. Overthrows his receiver. He'll bring up a 4th down and 14.
A little bit of pressure there by Partridge and Edwards, and I thought maybe Partridge was coming from the left defensive tackle position. I thought maybe he was being held here a little bit. And I'm sorry, Edwards. And I guess not. And but good. You have 2 defensive linemen in the face of the quarterback, making him throw the ball wide.
Got a big line in there for Girard. Their tackle's listed at 6'3", 325, number 76.
Actually, he's going to be centering, isn't he?
Oh, he's the center now.
Yeah.
He's at the center position. Rather large individual.
He is hefty.
4th and 14. Big play here. Feathers dropping back to throw, getting some pressure. Throws up short. Pass is complete. Now it comes to the outside. Look out. He's got the block. He's at the 20, 15, 10. A play that shouldn't gone anywhere. Ends up a touchdown. Daggone it.
Yeah.
Corey Russell.
And we've seen this a couple of times throughout the course of this season for Titusville. In position to make tackles and then just not being able to make the tackle. This play here should have been stopped. It's a little completion, which you can give up right here. Grab and hold on to something. And there you see, we talk about overrunning the play. We overrun the play. That's Nicholson, the middle linebacker, overrunning the play and allows him to get loose for a touchdown.
6:44 left in the first quarter. It's 14-0 coming up for the 14-0 with Hansen doing the kicking. Check that Hawkins. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. I called that one right. 13-0 at 6:43 here in the first quarter.
And so far in the first part of this game already, you've seen a microcosm of Titusville's season.
Yes, you have.
Offensively, stopping yourself via a penalty or via turnover, whatever it is, you stop yourself. And we've done it twice on both possessions, and then allowing big plays. And granted, now Girard has had the short fields to play on, but there's still 1-play drives, 2-play drives, and here the really one that hurts the second one. You had them in 3rd and long, you let them complete a pass short, and then don't make tackles.
Yeah, it's not like they had the big play. It's like we had the bad play.
Yeah, Titusville has made that's more accurate. Yeah. Titusville has made the bad play, whereas Girard last week, their running back,
it was a big play,
made the big play.
Yeah, so we've given them that last touchdown we gave to them. So we got to pick it up here. 14-0 Girard, first quarter. Surprised me. Tyler Hawkins will tee it up once again. Corcoran and Palma will get back to the 10. And we'll see if we can't get something going. We need a spark here, about an 80-yard return. Get some life in here. Here's that. We're going to have to put McCrillis in. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to be picked up by Nicholson, and his knee was down. They didn't blow the whistle. He was at the 34-yard line, but I thought he was down right at the 26.
I thought his knee was down too when he picked it up. That's the second time he's done it. See what happens here. They're going to kick it short.
I don't know if he's kicking it on purpose or.
That one, as well as he kicks, I'm saying yes. Yeah. If we slow that, yes. Right there, he's down. As soon as that knee touches,
25.
you've got possession. It should be back at the 25.
But it isn't. We'll take it since it's in our favor. We need all the help we can get right now. First down and 10, the ball at the 34 of Titusville. Third possession. We've yet to get it across the 40.
Well, we've got to get Parker Harvey in this game and get active here with the run game.
Under center. Then we move too quick. Boaz wanted to get a block and jumped the gun a bit, so we'll move us back. It'll be first and 15.
Against the Rockets, be first down and 15.
Mistakes.
Like I said before, next year I'm going to find that gun we shoot ourselves with, and I'm going to unload
that thing, huh? Yeah. First and 15, 6:30.
I thought he was going to go into Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Mistakes. I've made a few my way.
I don't know, Adam. It's getting bad up here. Parker Harvey trying to get to the outside. Broke the tackle. He's across the 40. Ooh, I thought he was going to get it up there. At the 42.
That's a little extra.
Parker Harvey.
Nice run by Parker Harvey.
This is a good cut here by Parker. The nice thing that he does here is when he does make this cut, he's going to plant that foot and he's going to go hard. Going to get outside here. We get outside. Laird Stover does a nice job of not getting called for a hold, but you see that cut right off of Laird's block and gives them another 6-7 yards on that. It's a good run for Titusville.
Second down and 2. Yeah, that was a good effort by Parker. Under center, Knapp to Harvey. Nobody blocked the man. He's in, and Harvey loses.
That should have been a flag there. Let's see what this happens here. I'm not too sure. He got by so quick. I have no idea who it was that was supposed to even try to put a blunt hand on him. And this is, again, we had a slot receiver or a tackle just not even look at this one. But you can see when he gets up and you knock heads like that, for me, of course, I'm old-fashioned. I freely admit it. That's an automatic 15 yards. And for me, a warning to the kid. You do it again, you're going to go see the locker room quick.
Doubles to the right, single to the left. Titusville 3rd and 6. Knapp wants to throw. He's got man going deep. Get going, Riley. Complete. Down to the 30. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Number 11 there looks like Austin Barrett
caught up to him.
Coming in for Girard and just doing what he's supposed to do, and that's throw his hands down real hard on the receiver. This is a good throw. Knapp is going to throw this ball down the middle. We've got a seam route to Riley, and Riley's got to catch it and tuck it real quick. But you can see as Barrett comes in there, that on our Oil Creek Plastics instant replay.
Fourth down, Harvey to do the punting. He'll get the kick away from about his own 25. Here's an offside.
Offside.
Bring up 4th and about 2. Now what do? You're down 14. Mr. Baldwin's been known to gamble.
I'd be tempted to throw my offense back on the field.
He is. Yes, sir.
I would, right now, this is just me saying I trust my offensive line and my running back to give me 2 yards, and I think I'm going straight ahead at him.
Well, we're across the 40. We're at they're bringing the ball out to the 44, 43-yard line, so it actually brings up a 4th down and 1. So I tell my linemen, get with it.
This is my spoiler call here. This is why you're in the role of spoiler, and this is what we're going to try to do is win this football game and ruin Girard's chance of getting in.
Titusville spreads them out with 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Harvey goes right up the middle, and he's not going to get there.
Absolutely no push up front.
No, he got snuffed right at the get-go. So Girard will take over at the Titusville 42.
Not a bad gamble. It's still not a bad gamble for the Titusville Rockets. They just nothing up front. You can see there's just a standoff there at the offensive line. We're still, I think, we've said it before. I think our offensive line is just a little too high. They've got to understand that low man wins this game. You got to get underneath the defensive lineman's pads to get a push.
Girard takes over at the 43 of Titusville. First down and 10, leading 14-0. 5:05 left to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, I'm with you on the call. Cam Feathers now goes wide to the right, so the quarterback's at a wideout position. Different quarterback, and they're going to go to Feathers down the side. He's all by himself. Touchdown. That was a good ball. Second string quarterback is a sophomore, Austin Barrett. with the long pass to Feathers. Cam Feathers is a 6'3", 370-pound senior.
This is just a fly route. There's no move or anything. I don't know why we were so late. Laird Stover, that's one of the few times we've seen him make a mistake, and I think just a little bit late in trying to get his hips turned. He turned originally outside. By that I mean to the sidelines instead of, and then tried to reverse his hips to the inside on the throw, and that gave him the extra step for the touchdown.
Extra point coming up by Hawkins. Third attempt. He's 1 for 2. Now he's 2 for 3. 4:58 to go to the first quarter. 20-0. 20-0. God, can't believe it. Girard.
Well, again, you don't blame going for it and giving them a short field, but you still defensively, you've got to step up here and make it a little bit tougher than a one-play drive.
You know, we were contacted actually this week. We were asked about a comment we made last week to see if we were joking or not. Last week we said that you wrote a book because you have all this stuff, right? Well, we do. You do have a book. Can't Give Up the Edge was the name of the book from last week by Steve Bodemer.
We're going to have to talk to your graphics people. If you're going to put me on the face of a book, at least do me a favor and put some hair on it.
But look at those wonderful quotes.
Yes, it is. It's some guy. This is a book. It's about football from the New York Times.
Truly enlightening stuff.
And by the way, you're not doing too well on Amazon, but Steve, there's time this holiday season.
That's right. It's still available.
What?
There it is right there on Amazon. So congrats, Steve.
Kickoff is picked up by Palma at the 10. Try to go to the outside, and he's going to get stuffed at about the 17.
Yeah, the Titusville are just now trying to make things happen, try to make things go a little bit, and it's just Titusville's got to just settle down here now. We've got to put a drive together, not panic. Get a drive together and draw some blood, get some points on the board here.
Did you guys ever work down at the office?
I'm beginning to wonder what they really do down there. We've got some things coming up here in a little bit. We'll show you some more tinkering that the boys are doing in the shop.
4:51 to go first quarter. Titus was down 20-0. This really is not what I expected. I wasn't sure how this outcome was going to be, Steve, but I really expected this to be a pretty good ball game for at least 3 quarters before maybe Girard might pull away from us. But
I think we changed centers also, guys.
Did we?
Well, I think the offensive
51.
line, there's a lot of new bodies, it looks like, sometimes up there. I'm not sure what's happening to the shuffling of the line.
On the snap, straight ahead is Parker Harvey. He'll pick up about 4 or 5 on the play, maybe 6.
One of the things that Coach Baldwin had talked to us about off camera during the interview was Parker Harvey. He has done a nice job this year. He was, I think he said 119 yards from reaching 1,000. 118 or 19 yards for 1,000. So we'll try to keep an eye on that.
And when you consider how things have gone this year with our running game,
that's impressive.
That's a lot of yards.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I was thinking today, and I'll come to that here in a second.
It's good. He's thinking.
But can he remember?
Meadville, second down and 10. Oh, I'm sorry, Titusville. No gain in the play.
Meadville has their own headache tonight, and that's Grove City.
Yeah, they do have Grove
City.
City.
And that's a statewide game.
I have my own headache. It's called Luke and Steve. I was thinking this morning about the seniors and so on. And Parker Harvey was one of the gentlemen I was thinking about. And I think about the improved players of this season. I think he's the most improved. In that last year, he was a decent running back. This year, he became a good running back, and that was the yards after contact.
Yeah, he adopted the type of running style we wish he had last year. We kept telling him last year, finish runs off. That's the running style you've seen Parker Harvey have this year.
He's one of the best running backs in the region.
Yes, he is.
Trips to the left for Titusville. Pass is complete to Landon Palma. He'll be out around the 25, just a little bit short of the first down. Bring up 4th down and about 3. And we'll punt.
So that's one of those where, these are high school athletes, and you talk about, but you'll hear them, they make this mistake in the NFL all the time. You know, it's a 3rd down play, and you're running a route that is 3 yards shy of what you need for a first down. Now, I realize you practice the route is that depth, but you've got to adjust it too.
Parker Harvey now will get the kick away somewhere around 13-yard line. 2 back for the Yellow Jackets. Gets the snap. Ooh, look out. Got the kick away. Nice high kick. Taking it at the 40. Running back comes up around the left side, across the 45, and can be dropped about the 47. Good coverage by Titusville. Corey Russell's on the carry.
Yeah, Levi Nosco, I think, was one of them there. And I think Colin Baker, number 20, was also, I think, there on the tackle. That's good coverage.
2:47 left to go here. 2:40, left to go here in the first quarter. First down 10, Girard. Girard is 3 for 3 in scoring on offense. 3 possessions, 3 TDs. See what we can come up with here defensively. Now Girard's going to put doubles in the wing. There's a different setup, Steve. Tight end on the right side. Feathers to Hawkins. Comes across. He's going to be hit and dropped at about midfield.
Nicholson does a nice job of reading that, and you'll see what he does here is we talked about not overrunning the play. You got to remember, he's from the inside. Now, he might be on this side as a middle linebacker, but he's going to come in and step in to fill that hole, but he doesn't overrun it. You can see he comes in there, breaks down so that there's no cutting lane left for the running back. And then you have Dunlap coming in there pushing the play a little bit. So good defense there for Titusville.
Give a pickup of 2 on the play, second down and 8. Now the Feathers goes under center. Back split. Feathers keeps it, and he's going to be dropped. That's a nice play right there by
Edwards. DeAnthony Edwards. Yeah,
DeAnthony Edwards.
That's a good play there. He gets around the guard, number 62. Tyler Graves is, I think, the one responsible for trying to move him out of the way. He does a nice little inside swim move, reaches out there and grabs a hold of a jersey. As we've talked about before, if they'd have done that on that third down play, just grab a jersey and hold on, you force a punt.
Got a big line up front. Like we said, the center's 325. The other guys will come in at 230, 240. So Girard's got some beef up front there. Third down and long now. Third down and 8. Right at midfield for Girard. 2 to the right side. Feathers wants to throw. Drop it straight back, getting some pressure. Going to throw up short. Oh, nice adjustment by the receiver. And he's going to get down inside the 30 to about the 27. Goodness gracious.
And I think that's I think that's Corcoran there. And again, it's not a matter of not being in position necessarily. We're there. In films, I think Girard's coach will tell him, you got to think twice about throwing this ball. This man's a covered receiver. We get good pressure. He's covered. Turn around. And that's 28. 28 for Titus. That's Titus Hunter Titus. We got to get our head around here and get a hand on the football.
Gave him a first down they didn't need to have. Last minute of play. Fumble on the play. Get on the ground. Get on the ball. And we did not. Brings up a second. Oh, it is. Titusville did get the ball, according to the officials. I'm sorry.
Looks like, I can't tell you who it is. We'll run back and see that. But this is where the quarterback will get a lecture. You fumble the ball in the backfield, just drop on it. Don't try to pick it up. He's the one that actually kicks that ball out for 42? Titusville. No, 42 doesn't have 54 doesn't have it. 26.
I think that's at 28 again. You have trouble with 6s and 8s.
Okay, who are you going to believe?
I don't know, but I know the score is 20-0. Triples to the right, single to the left.
On Carter pitch.
Come on, Titusville. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. We're down 20. Knapp wants to throw. Still looking. Throws up short, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to
Palma. And again, now, they've worked with him. Coach Baldwin did say they've worked with Knapp this week, trying to get him back into the read progressions. And he does a nice job. He's in the pocket, he sits, and then he just kind of steps up. Just they talk about Roethlisberger and the quarterbacks in the NFL being able to move in the pocket. He does a nice thing and progresses and has the right read. He's just got to deliver the football.
Jim, I blame you for the numbers thing, because you kept telling him when he was younger, why was 5 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
Oh, my gosh. Parker Harvey. Oh, almost there's a flag. I think it's going to be a face mask. I'm hoping that's what it is.
I didn't see a face mask.
I'm sorry about that.
Holding against us.
No, I don't believe it.
I'll believe it.
Oh, come on, Bill. Get at the other end of the field where you can see what's going on.
Oh, I'm here.
You keep them warm down there, Bill? Has the temperature dropped much?
No. A little while ago, there was a few raindrops, though.
Oh, yeah, come up here where there's a lot of hot air.
I can see that from here.
Steam's coming out the window.
A lot of steam out the window coming over top the roof.
You want another numbers joke, Bill?
No, I heard it.
I didn't hear the first one.
You didn't want to?
You're right. Doubles to the left, single right for Titusville. 3rd down and 11 with 20 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Again, Titusville down 20-0. What do we have here? What do we have here? We have Knapp going to eat the ball. Going to get stopped at about the, they're going to give him a good mark. To 26. But not good enough. We're going to lose about 6 or so in the play, bring up another 4th down for Titusville as time runs out. Into the first quarter, it is Girard 20, Titusville 0. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this.
That will be the end of the first.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville. Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Second quarter action getting underway. Titusville will have to kick it away. 4th down and 15 from their own 26-yard line. Parker Harvey will get it away from about the 12. Got doubles back deep for Girard. Nice punt. Going to come out and be taken into the bound. Going to hit it to 40 and come up towards Titusville. We'll down it right at the 40-yard line.
Turcio.
That's what I said, Turcio. He runs like a hurdler out there. He can get coaching during track or something.
He got some very good coaching in track, so much so he didn't like it.
Kind of like the broadcast here.
At times.
11:50 left.
Hey,
what?
Nothing. I'm just,
Do I have to go get Fred Bloom?
Oh, I'll behave.
All right.
I saw Fred today. I think it was today.
Yeah, it was today.
Was it today?
Yeah, this morning. Breakfast.
Were you at the police station?
No, actually, breakfast.
Oh, my goodness.
Ball's pitched back to Feathers, trying to get to the outside. Check that. It's not Feathers. He's just down easy.
He's claiming for a face mask, but I'm not too sure I didn't see anybody's hands on the face mask. I was wondering whether or not they had a hand on the inside the jersey and the shoulder pad. But Titusville does a nice job here. That's Partridge. He's going to penetrate, force it back up. Titusville doesn't overrun the play this time. A couple of nice jobs there by kids. And then, is there a face mask? I didn't see a hand up on it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Girard will send one wide to the right. That'll be low. Man, the wing left. Looking out deep now. The pass is up short, complete to Hawkins, and he's out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Stover and Corcoran. Corcoran in coverage, just a little bit behind him. That's a well-thrown football there, though, right on the money.
They're alternating quarterbacks. That was Austin Barrett, a quarterback for Girard.
Well, it looks to me, from what we've seen so far, that it's Barrett is going to be their throwing quarterback.
Appears that way, doesn't it? Now, we watched them warm up, though, and they both
threw the ball. Well, yeah, I don't know why they would do that necessarily, but
well, they get a 6'2" receiver out of Feathers.
They do, yeah, they do get a 6'2" receiver extra.
Feathers now back in at quarterback. Everybody's in tight, wing left. To the first man, straight up the middle, across the 49 to about the 47 of Titusville, enough for the first down.
I find that very strange. If I'm Girard, I need 2 yards, and why would I run behind a 325-pound center?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't understand that call at all. That's what you do, though. You take him straight at it with your biggest lineman, and he did a nice job. He moved people out of the way. This kid moves pretty well for 325 pounds.
Strong side left, wing left. Giving off to the first running back up the middle, and breaks a couple of tackles. That's a good run down to the 40. I thought we had him at the 45.
Joseph Jacobson's coming in from the left side. You're going to see Jacobs coming in. He should have just laid him out. He can't see you coming. You've got a head of steam. The guys in the front part of the play have held him up enough for you to get there and put a helmet on this kid and put him down. We just don't do it.
2nd down and 4 right at the Titusville 40. There's some big boys up front, as I mentioned. That front line is averaging about 260 for Girard. Now they got a man in motion. Hawkins to the left. Pitch goes to the tailback. He gets to the outside as Barrett. He's out across the 35 and knocked out of bounds over there, but he'll have enough for the first down.
Seth Brooks, sophomore, first there to make a stop. Does a nice job of coming up from the safety position, corner position out there. He's going to flow to the outside. He's got outside responsibility. If he doesn't make that tackle, he's going to pick up a few extra yards, another 10 or so.
First down and 10, Titusville 34 for Girard. Titusville has made some changes this game in defense. We have some different kids playing different spots than previous games. I don't know if it's injuries or they're just trying to change some things up. Double wing now for Girard. Feathers a quarterback, puts a man in motion. And whistle, and we have
number 11, I think, was the second man in motion that moved just a little quick.
Yeah, 2 men in motion. Not many mistakes by Girard tonight.
There's been a couple of plays where I thought maybe the guy on the end has moved just like a half a step before the others.
First down 15, the ball comes back to the 39.
So here's where Titusville's now got to take advantage of that 5-yard penalty and get a stop here.
Girard back to a double wing now. They put a man in motion to the right. And the Feathers keeps the ball, cuts it up to 39, down about the 38, picks up maybe 1 on the play. Now they're saying a foul, they're saying a fumble.
Sebastian Titus is the one there to make the play.
He fumble, Bill?
Nope.
No, I know they didn't call it. The question is, did he lose it though?
Titus does a nice job, and Stover both right there. I don't see the ball come out. Well, there at the end of the play, I thought maybe it did, but I think he was down.
I think they took it away from him.
Yeah, I think they did too.
Yeah, I thought he was down though. I thought maybe a knee hit the ground or something first, but maybe not.
I like Bill's call better than yours.
I know, you always did.
2nd down 14, 8:37 to go in the first half. Again, man in motion. Feathers keeps, and he's going to be dropped. Nice job in there by Dunlap.
Dunlap gets some penetration, and he's going to drop the quarterback quick. And this is the type of things, you see these type of plays, and you think to yourself,
where you been?
Where you been? You're in week 9.
That's your new book, isn't it? Where you been?
Where you been? And it's just straight through. Of course, nobody helps when nobody blocks you.
I'll tell you, guys, Mr. Dunlap, that last touchdown was made by the visiting team here. Dunlap took his gloves off, threw them against the fence over here, and he's ready to play ball.
Low goes wide to the left, double wing now under center. Feathers rolling to his left, looking deep. Got a man going deep. He's going to keep it, pulls it down to 35, and it'll bring up a 4th down and about 8.
Riley Corkland doing a nice job there, standing your ground. That's a tough thing to do when somebody's got a head of steam up and running at you, and you've got to stand there and just absorb that hit.
Yeah, these guys are kind of pick the pace up a little bit.
Just a little bit
They're getting
here.
off the ball a little quicker.
Well, I think
it's like they woke up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're a quarter and a half late.
20 points too late anyway. 4th down and 8. We're going to stop here. 7:20 to go in the half. But you're right, Luke. I think they have picked it up a bit. A little bit more energy out there. Feathers looking to throw. Dropping straight back to be a screen pass.
Wide open. Come on underneath.
Here to
There's
Russell.
a hold.
Russell. And
there's a hold.
They'll
take it to the end zone, but they called it.
I thought so. You're going to see.
Big boy.
You'll see, it's the center. And this is well set up. Don't get me wrong. They did a nice job of setting this screenplay up. The initial play looks like it's going to make it to the offensive left side of the field. And you're going to see everybody just kind of drift out here to the right. Now watch the big man, the center. Here comes Nicholson. He's got him beat, and you can see just enough grab to hold on to him. That's what sets him loose there for the touchdown.
So they'll bring the ball back, and it'll bring up another 4th down.
Can you run that back just real quick? I want to see something here. I'm just curious just to see at the end, because he fumbles this ball going down. I wonder if he fumbled that through.
No, I think he was in. He was hit pretty hard by Palma.
Yeah, he may have been, but.
Well, we'll see what they come up with. It's the 4th down play for Girard. After the penalty, it's 4th down and 14. They're back at the Rocket 38, so we need a big stop here. Feathers are going to center. Strong side right now for Girard. They get a wing right. And they go on the counter to Barrett. He's going to throw. He wants to throw. Oh, stay on the outside of him. There we gotta get him. 4 guys. Good job out to the 46.
Yeah, it's Stephen Partridge that does a nice job here. And we're seeing something I just noticed here on this play here. You can see Partridge. He's going to be standing up as a defensive end.
I like the defensive back here, too. Broke this play up.
Yeah, you're going to see this come in here. And he's going to come. There's Partridge fighting off a block, making the quarterback hold it again. And now watch the swarm come. And that's nice to see here. Unfortunately, it's the first we've seen it, and we're in week 9. But at least they're starting to understand these things. You build each year. You're a building process.
Doubles right, single left. Titusville 1st down and 10. As Titusville takes over on downs. Here comes to Parker Harvey. Get to the outside. Get a good block. Oh! Stays in bounds across midfield. No, he hit out of bounds right at midfield. Thought he might cut it up inside that block.
He should have cut it up inside the block. And that's the one thing that I think Parker's had a little bit of trouble with on these outside runs, is not getting it cut up inside the block. You've got a wide receiver out here, and I think it's Stover, or is it Palma? It's Palma. And he does a nice job. He's got him sealed to the outside, cut up inside. The rule of thumb is you run off your blocker's butt. And if he does that, he's going to turn that upfield. He might have picked up another 4 or 5 yards.
2nd down, 6, Titusville, right at midfield. Knapp to Harvey. Shot the linebacker.
Yeah, they're shooting linebackers. They're shooting anybody now. They're anything to stop the running game for Titusville. They don't want to get Parker Harvey. They don't want Parker Harvey to get going, and that's they're going to start sending linebackers, and they're shooting the inside gaps between the guard and the center.
That's Robert States for Girard, listed at 5'8", 205, kind of a stocky linebacker. Trips to the right now for Titusville. Garrett Knapp rolling to his right, still rolling. Got a man after him. Down he goes, lost the ball. And nice hustle by Titusville to get that ball back. They should never have gotten that, but it's a good job by Titusville.
Mitchell Wilson, he recovers the ball, and it's a good thing because I think it was Mitchell Wilson who missed the guy on the blocking scheme here. He's going to come right through. Right there, you see him beating him to the inside.
Yeah, Mitchell didn't give up.
And he didn't give up. I think it's Jordan Shell or Aaron Dion. I don't have a 61, but I got 2 60s. But, hustles back, though, and recovers the football.
That'd be 120, Luke. 260s, that'd be 120.
Yes, sir.
Start playing the numbers game. Good snap. Harvey gets the kick away. It's going to hit and bounce to the 35, and it'll go dead at about the 37-yard line of Girard. That's where they put it in play, 1st down and 10.
Speaking of numbers, there are 2 big games that are being conducted right now across the area, across the country. Is the Powerball and the what's the other big one? The Lotto.
Mega Millions.
The Mega Million Lotto,
which is up over $1 billion.
Yeah, it's up over $1 billion now.
So if I get that call, I'm out of here.
Just letting everybody know.
You get that call, I'm out here with you.
if you haven't picked up your tickets yet, please drive that up.
Could you get a ticket?
Yeah, we all went together at the shop.
Oh, well, then you can share that with me.
No, I have to share it with 61 other people.
Well, that's all right. 61 into a billion.
He's already complaining about sharing $1 billion.
I have expensive taste. Here comes the running play, and he cuts it up the middle, and Nicholson's there to make the stop. We'll try to get into some of this football game as we continue here.
Why we haven't yet this year?
I know we haven't yet.
2nd down and 8. 5 minutes to go here in the first half, folks.
And we wonder why Luke has trouble selling these games.
It gets harder every year.
I saw Carol Johnson, the sales lady for this individual here, this company. She told me if you and I weren't here, she'd probably have a lot easier job, Steve.
Well, that's what we're here for, make things hard.
2nd down and 8, 4:40 to go in the half, 22-0. Girard on top. Although the last couple series, Titusville would play a lot better defensively. Goes to the first man across. Get to the outside. No.
Come on,
No,
two. Come on.
missed him.
There,
There,
Nicholson does it. You just hate to see the missed tackles. And again, they're going to run this right at Stephen Partridge. And if I'm Girard now, I've run at him 2 or 3 times, and he is just standing ground. I'm going to start running away from him. Partridge is standing up as a defensive end. The guard pulls. He can't move him. He does a nice job of holding it. And he doesn't have to make the tackle, but he does a nice – oh, that was almost fumbled. But he does a nice job of making the running back not know where to go. He can't get outside of him. He doesn't want to cut back.
You know, one of the things I've noticed with their runners, Feathers and Hanson, a whole bunch of them, they don't want to get hit.
No, they don't like. They don't seem
they
to.
lose the ball pretty easily.
Yeah, that one there, we saw the juggling just at the end there. But
well, they head for the ground when they see them. The brown shirts coming.
Yeah, the shirts come, and they have a tendency to go down.
Double wing now for Girard. Single in the back. Feathers wants to throw. He's got a man going deep. Get out there with him. And it is incomplete, out of bounds.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it is complete at the 45 of Titusville.
Oh.
That was to Feathers. Boy, he looked like he was out of bounds.
I thought he was way out of bounds. Granted, we're on the other side of the field here. Titusville gets a decent pass rush. And again, this is their throwing quarterback, isn't it? Number 11, I
Barrett,
think.
yeah.
And he just throws this thing up there. And again, he's
got to be out of bounds.
Boy, it looks like he's way out of bounds.
But the official on the far side said no. First down, 10 to Titusville 45.
Again, that's Seth Brooks on the coverage. And just, again, we've talked about physical size.
Off to the tailback, Hanson straight across the 40, down to about the 36. I know, Bill, you didn't have a very good look at that either. I mean, you're on our side of the field, but boy, it looked like he was using that whole sideline over there in that pass.
I think he did, but the referee was right there, guys.
Yeah, he ran right down the field with him. We like to complain, Bill.
I know, but we had 2 guys there. Maybe could have knocked that ball down. But the receiver's kind of tall.
Yeah, he's 6'3".
6'3" against the 5'10" corner.
Makes a big difference. Second down and 1 now for Girard. They give it off to Hanson across the 30 and be brought down right about the 30-yard line. Not for the first down.
That's Seth Brooks on the tackle, and you know, from what little we've seen of Mr. Brooks, I kind of like what I see. He's been in position to make plays, just a little inexperienced, I think, at getting his head turned around to try to get his hands up in the pass. But you know, Titusville now looking to be a little bit out of sync here on the defensive side of the ball.
Sophomore players, so we've got a couple more years.
Got a couple more years to learn these things, and that's what we've talked about.
Straight up the middle, Barrett. I'll tell you, you get 2 quarterbacks in there, and you use one as a running back, use one as a wideout. I wonder if they've survived the whole season that way. You could lose them both in the same play.
Well, I think they probably have. Like you said, the nice thing about it is if you run the Feathers kid in the wideout, you got a 6'3" wideout to throw to.
Second down and 4 down at the Titusville 24-yard line. Feathers gives it off to the running back.
There's a hold.
And he's down quick.
That's again, they're running at Partridge, and Partridge again does a nice job here of making a play. They can't move Mr. Partridge tonight.
About a month ago, guys, we saw a McLean game, and they ran these nice packages where it's like, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
These are the guys that are going out and doing it.
Yeah, you'll see the McLean substitute 3-4 kids at a time based on what they want to do offensively. And the nice thing about that is you'll see these, you know, as soon as those 3 guys go out onto the field, the 3 that are coming off know it, and they're coming off. And there was never really any miscommunication that way in their substitution packages.
I think you even said during that broadcast, you have to be very well disciplined to be able to do that.
Well, you do, and in the high school level, it's impressive because these are young kids, and it's very easy for a sophomore not to know exactly what's going on, or a junior, even. So yeah, they're
or somebody who's 78,
or somebody who's Although if you see a 78-year-old on the football field,
you're in trouble. That would be a little bit like if you ever see, what's that, Bell, is that his name? If you ever see him in the field, you might be a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, but kids get excited. They get into the game, and sometimes their heads turn off, and you're not just right with everything. So, it's a disciplined,
well, at least
structured system.
At least announcers don't get excited.
We've never been excited. Ever.
We're at 3rd down and 4. With 2:01 left to go in the half. Girard on the snap, pitch back. Ball carried out to the left side, and that would be Russell And it looks like he has enough for the first down inside the 20.
There again, Partridge is, again, they're running to their left side. Partridge, he has double teamed a little bit there. They end up getting around him just a little bit, but good hustle to get downfield and make a tackle.
Pick number 88, Zach Decker, listed at 6'3", 220. Now they try to cut the ball up the field. And there'll be maybe a gain of a few. Russell on the ball, on the carry.
Nicholson from the middle linebacker position coming in through the gaps in the line to make a play. Maybe you'll see he's just going to run this down, and it's a good angle. You make the running back turn it back, you're hoping for more pursuit. And if this is one of the things you would like to see to happen for Titusville, even if it happens by happen chance, where the running back comes back, and as soon as he cuts back against the grain, there's somebody right there coming full speed, and you just clobber him just to see somebody knock somebody off their feet. And that's just one of the things we'd like to see happen.
Timeout on the field by the Yellow Jackets as we're down to 1:40 here in the first half. Second down and 7. Girard's leading 20-0. Girard got some breaks early in this ball game. To their credit, they took advantage of it, fumble and interception and so on. But this last couple series, this Titusville played pretty well. Girard's moving the ball right now, but the Rockets have played a little bit tougher the last couple series.
Well, there's and it always, it just has to start with one person. You need to start seeing the intensity spread a little bit, particularly on the Titusville defense.
Well, we'll see what Girard decides to do. Feathers goes under center. They have wings double side. Rolling to his left, wanting to throw. And the pass is overthrown out to the left side. Looking for Hoskins over there. Bring up his third down.
Hey, he's only going to get a yard or two out of that anyway. Riley Corcoran right in his back pocket.
Third down and 7.
I think you're right about the quarterback. So Feathers doesn't throw the ball as well as Barrett.
Doesn't seem to. Of course, you're also letting Barrett sit in a pocket. You're running Feathers.
Yeah.
And that's a right-handed quarterback to the left, which is tough.
Yeah. Double wing once again. Under center, Feathers. Rolling to his right this time. Going to keep it. He's on at the 15. The 10 juice to the outside. Be tossed out of bounds by Larry Stover somewhere around the 7-8 yard line. Where is that, Bill?
About 7.
About 7?
Yep, about 7.
Okay. I'm not sure this was even a pass play. I think this was a quarterback run the whole time. You had receivers run routes, but you can see they're working to seal the edge. And then they just...
he starts taking off almost right away.
Right away. So this was a designed run here for Girard.
First and goal for Girard now at the Titusville 8. They have it marked. Come on, Bill.
They moved it on me.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe the field slid a little bit to the north.
That's crowned a little bit. The ball rolled.
First down and goal. Feathers will go into center. It's got Hawkins and tailback. Feathers keeps it rolling to his left. Wants to go to the end zone. He has a man in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Hanson's going to make it. He's in that wing T position at the start of the play on the right side. He's going to run right there. You see him break off up the field, and then he's going to come back across in front of him. We just we had it covered fairly well. We just got to get a little more pressure on him a little quicker if possible, allowing him to set up and make the throw.
Extra point attempt now coming up by Hawkins. Kick is up and the kick looks good. 1:21 to go in the half. 27-0. Girard on top of Titusville. That's a pretty good drive by Girard that time.
Yeah, they did a nice job of mixing it up too. Run pass.
Yeah.
They were able to overcome a couple of plays that were for a loss or no gain. That's been Titusville's struggles offensively. We've talked about it quite a bit. Just a penalty or a play for no gain or a loss, and we just can't seem to overcome it, whereas Girard was able to do it on that drive.
We saw him play fairly well last week. To you, what was the game that just they stood out? Cochranton?
Their best game overall? Their best game was Cochranton, I think. We talked about the intensity and the firing off the ball and the offensive line in that game. And you got to remember, Cochranton has a good running back in a kid named Firemuth. And Titusville managed to take him out of the ball game.
Yeah.
And that was impressive for Titusville's defense. And that's when I really thought things would go a little bit differently than what they've done.
Kickoff coming by Tyler Hawkins, excuse me. See if he gets this one down. It's going to be another squibber. And it's going to be picked up by Palma out of about the 25, 30. Look out! He's at the 35 and to the 40, to the 44-yard line. Just about made it up through the center.
Boy, he held on to that ball, though.
Yeah, he got thrown down pretty good. Dustin Roche on the cap.
And that's, that's a tough thing to do when that ball's bouncing around, is it's the way they're kicking it off to Titusville, and yet Titusville still
It looks like
has
they're
done a
waiting
nice
for the
job.
gun to go off.
Yeah, it's it's just that thing bounces around. That takes a lot of time to get down to Palma. You can see people coming in there, but we get good blocks. We open up that hole now. We got 2 or 3 guys. They're in position to make a block, but they're not sure to take off and go get somebody. And that's just something that's you'll just work out.
Knapp fumbles the snap. No, check that. It's LaRoque, and he's going to be tossed for a loss back at about the 32. Boaz LaRoque back in at center, at quarterback for Titusville. That's down.
And Derek Cobley on the sack.
They're going to bring it back to the 37 for his forward motion. They say stop. Second down and about 17, 18 with 50 seconds left in the first half.
Now you coached.
Sort of.
Yeah, at halftime coming up here after what you've seen, what's your demeanor in the locker room at the half?
This late in the season is probably different than it would have been in the second game of the season. Here comes Parker Harvey. He's going to get smacked and brought down. I'm still not going to be a happy camper, especially with, and I wouldn't have been happy all year with some of the actions of the kids, not behaviorally, but the way they played.
Execution.
Yeah. We talked about it before we went on the air tonight. One of the things that I have most critical of is fundamentals. And I think the fundamentals are not being executed well. You've talked about it too. Containing the man, wrapping, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's killed Titusville a lot this year. First half comes to a close, and Titusville goes into the locker room down 27-0. Not the way we wanted the first half, but we'll see if we can rally here at halftime, come back, put some points on the board.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home is dedicated to providing the highest level of service to Titusville and surrounding communities. Our family and staff continues the tradition started by Gordon B. Garrett in 1965, treating our clients with care and respect. Since then, we have grown, now in our third generation and in 2 locations, 303 North Washington Street and 203 East Main Street, Titusville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, a history of tradition and commitment to excellence. Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier.
And welcome into the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show. Before we talk about the first half and what to expect in the second half, which will be a guess, we will send it down and capture some of the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band. Sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band. It is halftime here at Carter Field. Titusville High School marching band performing here at Carter Field. It is senior night tonight, and this is the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show. We'll go over that first half of play. We'll go through some scores tonight around Northwest Pennsylvania as our halftime show continues. Again, the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show will continue right after this timeout.
Whoever said it's only a dog never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
So State Farm will be here to help protect our home.
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who wants tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little. Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
It's Joe Taylor Ford's 17th anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Get 0% APR for 72 months plus 1,000 Ford credit bonus cash on a new 2018 Ford Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Or get 0% APR for 60 months plus 2,800 additional savings off MSRP on a new 2018 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. Make sure you take advantage of Joe Taylor Ford's top-of-the-line lifetime warranty on all new cars.
See Joe Taylor.
Thank you for 17 great years.
Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Ute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
And welcome back to the Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds halftime show here at Carter Field. At the half, the Rockets trail the Yellow Jackets after being stung in that first half. They lead 27-0. And we're going to take a look at some area scores here from around the region.
Well, the big one that is tied to this game here is Harbor Creek and Corey. I have a first quarter score, and it's still 0-0 in that ball game. So Corey trying to do the best. The way this game's going, that won't make any difference. Oil City has a 16-3 lead on Slippery Rock right now. On the PCN network right now, Grove City, Meadville is being aired. That's probably being turned off now as Grove City has a 42-0 lead on that game. As soon as my and then we've had some fun with this throughout the course of the year, and we've talked a little bit about this. We have another international battle going on tonight. West Toronto Prep out of Canada should be at McDowell High School in Erie. This is second quarter score. McDowell has a 17-6 lead.
This has been a big deal, Steve.
Big deal. We've followed this, and we thought it was kind of interesting.
You have followed this.
I followed it. I think it's kind of neat. Here you're going to see what we've seen. Cathedral Prep 2-0 against Canada. Erie High School lost, and Du Bois lost. So the series right now stands at 2-2. And, of course, we know Du Bois and Erie have to disband their football program for the upcoming year because they lost to Canada.
And they actually have to move to Canada, right?
I think so, yeah. I think that's what has to happen.
Until they win again.
McDowell is on the ropes tonight, and if they hold on and win, the U.S. will take a 3-2 lead, and I think there's one more game to be played in this series, and I think again it's Cathedral Prep
next week
playing another team. But this is kind of an interesting little thing that we kind of running through scores, and we joked about it as to whose rules are they playing by, and
120-yard field.
Yeah, is it 100? Yeah, it's a 110-yard field. Is it 3 downs? Is it what kind of?
5-minute motion.
What are the rules of it? But again, it is kind of neat idea when you think about it. And of course, we've talked about it here. The big thing is, do you suppose all these kids have passports? And how do you get a whole football team across the border?
Well, they're all coming up from down south now, so they're going to be a big team.
Big team. Yeah, well, that's the next thing too. Yeah. That's the nice thing about that, though, is that they got to play Texas high schools.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, you want to end that? Okay, you can come in, but here's your pads, here's your helmet. You got to play these kids in football, and not the soccer football, but the real football, American football, not the football, but football.
Hey, with that said, congratulations to the boys soccer team, the Rockets.
Congratulations to them. They're in the playoffs. A good job there for the Titusville Rockets.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, there you go. They get Bill going.
Another world heard from.
I just got my passport. I'm back.
Well, welcome back, Bill.
I'm going to Canada.
Good.
Under 2:20 to go before we start taking a look at this second half of play.
A boot?
I'm going oot in the boot.
Yeah.
And you hired us all, Luke. You hired us all.
That's the thing. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I did it to myself.
You know what, though? You're not going to like this at all.
No, probably not.
But I love Friday nights. I really do. And I know the score is not great, but
Well, you know, he can say that because his wife's down there in the field. The cameras, ours are at home fuming.
No, sorry. Hey, Anderson Physical Therapy, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, thank you for your sponsorship this halftime.
Hey, please do it again next year.
Second half action.
We'll
next.
get better, I promise.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Anderson's can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tiddy Ute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net.
Second half action just moments away. Our coverage of Titusville Rocket football this season made possible by these great sponsors: State Farm Insurance, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by Larry's Auto Service, by True Value Hardware, by Armstrong, by Anderson Physical Therapy, by the Titusville Dairy Products Company, by the Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital, by Joe Taylor Ford, by The Barking Lot, by Community Connect Federal Credit Union, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Homerwood, by Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Family Video, and by Corky's Pizza and Subs. And just a reminder, right after the game, we'll have your Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game. Just a quick recap of our staff. Jim and Steve Bodemer, commentary. Got Bill McCrillis down on the field. The wireless mic brought to you tonight by the Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley Timber Resources. Camera operators, Amy Rio, Adam Bodemer, and I'm Luke Rio. Steve?
I finally got an update on the Harbor Creek Corey score. It's now in the third period. Harbor Creek has a 13-6 lead on Corey.
Wow.
But that's pretty much insignificant the way this game's going.
Yeah. And Meadville scored 42-6 against Grove Cities.
Did you get a Slippery Rock Oil City score? You said Oil City was
beating Slippery Rock
17-6. Did you
16-3 or something like that? Let me try to bring this up here.
You know, one of the things
16-3.
You talk about the crew you have here. You know, you're very kind. I kind of thought we had Amy on camera and Adam on camera and Bill McCrillis and Larry Curley and Mo up here in the booth. A little text I got here.
You guys, there's no Mo.
No, there is.
There ain't, we got Curly.
We have a Mo up here.
We got Curly and Larry, but there ain't no Mo.
There's a Mo. Well, Mo Burns up in the press box.
Well, we'll see if Titusville can do something. You were asking me about halftime, what do you do, and so on. We'll see what the coaches had to say, if we can see any change in Titusville's
Well, I think it was an interesting conversation because I think it geared towards if you're a certain kind of coach, you're not going to do something that another coach...
Out of ordinary.
Yeah.
You stay within what you are.
We likened it to, if you're a Dean Smith type of game coach where you're not demonstrative and you don't yell a whole lot, you're not going to try to do that. It's just out of your character, as opposed to Bobby Knight, who would be. And if we had a Bobby Knight style coach, we'd probably have 2 or 3 windows in the locker room that need to be replaced right now.
A few chairs, yeah.
And a few chairs. So,
But even at that, I had a tendency to be a bit riled up from time to time. Ruined a few lockers in my day as a coach. And there comes a time, though, when you have to back off of that. It can only work so long. So,
well, the nice thing about Coach Baldwin was way back, right even before the start of week 1, Jim, he told us what kind of coach he wanted to set out to be, and he's held to that.
Kickoff is taken off by Girard. They're out across the 20, and they're going to get out to about the 27-yard line, maybe the 30, where they'll have a first down and 10. This is an important series right now because we're down 27-0. If they score here and get a 2-point conversion, we got a fast clock.
Yeah, it's mercy rule in the rest of the half here.
Hey, guys, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You go along the whole year being really nice, you try to be an upstanding coach and everything. When does it break over just a little bit? Does it break over?
Oh, I think it breaks over, probably in practice. I'm not sure how you change your game style, but I think in practice it probably breaks over. And maybe even in a game. I've seen coaches lose in a game many times. First down and 10. Girard off the tailback coming across the 35 and brought maybe out to the 36.
And a nice job up front. And again, now they're running behind their 300-plus pound center who can open up a hole or two. But Titusville's defense on this particular play, you got a little bit of an attack coming on. You got 3 or 4 people on the ball carrier to bring them down. But unfortunately, we're giving up 6 yards to start with.
Brings up a 2nd and short, 2nd and 4. Wide out comes clear to the left side for Girard. I have no number for him. No name on my list. I don't know. That's giving off the tailback straight ahead. No gain, maybe 1 on the play.
That was Edwards, defensive tackle for Titusville, doing a nice job of taking on the block, shedding the block, and making the tackle.
I want to say something, guys. All last year we watched Coach Baldwin on the sidelines, and all this year we've watched him on the sidelines. And one thing I'll say for the coach, I have never seen him get riled up and really, mad at anybody.
Yeah, but that's what we see during the game. What we don't see is what happens in the locker room and/or at practice. I suspect Mr. Baldwin's quite an athlete in himself. Wrestling and so on. Titusville jumps the gun here. It's going to cost us a first down.
Well, how much, as you're saying, Jim, in the game situation, how much can you adjust as opposed to providing the information and then taking it back and making those improvements at practice?
Yeah, well, you can do a lot of that kind of thing, but as far as the game situation itself, you can only explode a few times. The kid's going to turn you out after a fashion if you get riled up too often on him. But at the same time, there's a little bit of motivation involved in coaching, and that takes a different turn every once in a while. First down and 10, Girard back to the running back coming across the right side, little student body right out to about midfield. That's Hopkins on the carry.
Number 24, Tyler Hawkins.
This play here is just a matter of overloading the area so that you've got more blockers than you do defenders, and they run it very well and pick up another, 7, 8 yards here on first down.
Yeah, they keep coming up second and short on us. That ball spotted at the 49 of Girard. Just underway, second half. Girard's leading 27-0. Low comes wide to the left. And they have Hanson wide to the right. Back split. Fetters drive straight ahead. Quarterback keeper, but he'll get out across into Titusville territory about the 47. Be a first down.
Anthony Edwards does a nice job of coming off the block, realizing the quarterback had the ball. And I don't know that this was a read play. If it was, he misreads it. Nah, he was just going to keep it, period. And Anthony Edwards does a nice job of making a tackle.
First down and 10, Girard, the Titusville 46. Looks like Girard's decision at halftime was run. So far, anyway. Wing right. To the tailback, Barrett. 45, 40, 35. Knocked out of bounds at about their Titusville 30.
Again, to Girard's right side is where they've had the most success running the ball when they're going wide. When they come to their left, we've had Steve Partridge in a defensive tackle / defensive end position, being able to hold that edge, not giving them a lot of success, but the other direction, they've been able to get outside and pick up a lot of yards.
First down and 10. Girard to the tailback coming to the left side, makes a cutback, a couple missed tackles, and now no gain as Titusville closes in and makes the tackle. Looks like Corcoran.
Corcoran comes in and makes the tackle. Nicholson comes in on the run blitz and messes this play up right from the very beginning. You're going to see these coming wide. There's Dunlap. Nicholson comes in there. Then you've got a couple other 2 or 3 Rockets again coming in to make the stop for a loss.
Second down and 12. First time we've had a second down and long on this series for Girard. Wing left. Rolling right is Feathers, looking to throw. And it's intercepted. Now we have a flag.
I wondered if Stover got there early. I'm not too sure.
Now, wait. Okay, my question would be,
if he intercepts it, how does he interfere?
How do you get interference if he intercepted?
And that's what they call.
I don't understand that one.
I want to see whether or not he knocks the receiver out of the way. You're going to see it right in the top of the screen. He has a right to the ball. Yeah, he does make contact, though. No. That's going to be a flag.
No, I disagree with it.
Well, I didn't say it was the right call. It was by the rules.
He just wants his inheritance. That's why he's agreeing with his dad.
I don't need it. I'm going to win one of those 2 big drinks. Remember?
Right.
You forget about that already?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I don't like the call, though.
I don't particularly like the call either, but he does make contact with the receiver first. That's what drew the flag.
First down and 10 on the penalty, nonetheless, whether we like it or don't like it. And I don't know the rules, so I guess I'd just tell you I don't like it. To the tailback, straight ahead. Down around the 10.
And again, you're going to see there's, the offensive line for Girard, right, particularly in the middle, is just eating us alive on that play. They get good line push. We drive people back into our linebackers. We can't flow to the ball. They just take it right up inside.
Well, you've got 325 and 240 in that right side. Center's at 325 and the guards at 240. 230, 240 all the way across the board there for Girard, and they're using it now. Getting off to Barrett. Barrett's cutting towards the end zone, going to be driven down. Maybe a first down around the 5.
Got a first down.
Did he get it?
Yep.
You know, one of the things I sit here and I watch, and we've seen Partridge on the right side of the defense. I'm just wondering if every once in a while you want to flip-flop him, because he seems to have a little better feel for that wide run play and how to play than we do on the other side, just to see if you can't catch them trying to run away from him, but actually running into him.
First and goal from the 8 for Girard. Backs again, split ends in tight. To the tailback coming across the left side. Wants to go to the outside.
See, there he is again. There's a flag.
How we got a flag?
I don't know whether it's a hold
Face
or
mask.
face mask.
Holding.
See, that's Partridge again, and this is a really good play. We've said that before. Here comes the guy trying to get him.
That's a nice
and
job.
he plays it nicely because he doesn't square himself up to the block, but he keeps parallel with the line of scrimmage. Makes it very difficult to block. That's a nice play. That's a textbook play.
Will we find that in your new book?
You will find that in new book because he didn't get the end.
The problem is, and we'll show it later, not too many people are buying the book.
My book sales aren't doing well?
No, we'll show you later.
I'll have to fire my publicist.
Now it's first down and goal, but the ball's back at the 21 for Girard.
But you notice I've not been on Oprah, too, so.
That's true. She just give them away to her audience.
That's right.
So you wouldn't make out on it anyways.
Girard now sends wides on both sides. We'll continue with the game here, folks. On the draw,
There's
the
a
ball's
fumble.
on the
Get on
ground.
it.
Pick it up. All right. And Titusville has it back at about the 37. Good job, Mr. Dunlap.
And this play, again, we've watched this before. This play is designed to come at the offensive left, the defensive right, and that's where Partridge is playing. He's playing a whale of a ball game, and then we send a blitzer off of this too. And you're going to see, I think they're starting to be a little bit concerned with Stephen Partridge, who's playing the upright defensive end on the end of the line. You can see out from the outside comes Corkland, and he gets there to force the fumble. So a break for Titusville here. We've got to turn it into points.
Parker Harvey comes across the right side, up across the 45, knocked out of bounds. At the 45, pickup of about 7. Good run.
Yeah, that's a good play to the outside. Now you've got to follow it up with another good play and not a play for no gain or a penalty here. We do a nice job. We finally seal the end. Parker Harvey's got deceptive speed. He may not be the fastest kid on the field, but he's got deceptive speed. He can get to that corner and turn it upfield.
Under center, Garrett Knapp. To Harvey, straight ahead, and the big man's got him. Down he goes.
And again, we've had trouble with this young man. Again, I don't know who it is. Is it Tyler?
That's what I said.
That's what I thought.
Jordan Shell. 6'2", 240, big boy.
And again, it's almost like we don't even get a body on him. I don't know whether nobody touches him. It's easy to make an outstanding play if nobody's going to block you.
Third down and about 3. Doubles right, single left. LaRoque tries to get to the outside, and he's going to get tossed for no, it breaks the tackle. Oh, good run. Gets a good block to the outside, across midfield, first down. Good effort by Mr. Boaz LaRoque.
We see a couple of people, Girard, sitting on their backsides looking for for a flag, for a hold, and I didn't see a hold, but I did see one coming in here late where I thought might be a block in the back. Now, LaRoque does a nice job of breaking out of the tackle. That's your first mistake. Right? No, he didn't. I take that back. There was no block in the back. I thought coming in there we might have had one.
Titus was going to take a timeout.
No, referee's taking it. I think our sticks broke.
Well, we can send Bill over there to
weld them back on there.
Chain gang is having a little trouble on the far side.
And we found that out today. There's new people on the chain gang over there. And Coach Hancock was.
Coach Hancock over there.
There's one of them there. Where am I at? Have I got anything?
This is Amazon, Steve. So, I mean, really, $2 paperback.
Well, Kindle at 99 cents. That's
yeah, it's
a free download. I can't.
Only one left in stock.
Dollar General probably has it for $1.
Boy, I tell you.
First down and 10. LaRoque. We're going to throw. Oh, he's going to be caught in the back, and he's going to lose about 7.
Hang on to it.
Yeah, and that's the play that we've talked about in our drives where it just causes the drive to stall out, that negative play, whether it's a hold or a sack or something of that nature.
I'm waiting for Coach's mystery play. Said he had a couple of them maybe, huh?
Yeah, he did say that in the interview.
Well, he did say he was going to try a couple of things here, but I don't think he intended to be down 27-0 at the time.
Boaz LaRoque is back in at quarterback for Titusville. I'm looking at Garrett Knapp on the side. Looks like he's okay. Maybe just a change here, a change up. Boaz out of shotgun, looking to throw. Got a man over the middle and overthrows it, intercepted at the 35. Out across the 50 and dropped, didn't get quite to the 50 before he's brought down by Boaz. Corey Russell was the defender picking that play off.
This one here, he just sails
got away
the
from
ball here. He's going to try, Corcoran's in the slot. He's going to come down and then run a skinny post, and that ball just way over his head. He overthrew everybody but the free safety. Does a nice job of hustling back to be in on the tackle, but that hurt.
First down and 10 now for Girard at their own 49. So both teams now in the third quarter with a turnover. 27-0 Girard. Double wing under center is Feathers. Gives it off the first man through Hawkins. And he gets hit and stopped at about the 50-yard line, maybe inside Titusville territory.
That's DeAnthony Edwards, Nicholson, and I believe Dunlap. No, that's Wilson. Mitchell Wilson on the stop there for the Titusville defense.
Mr. Dunlap's not coming back into the ball game. Second down and 8 now for Girard. Been trying to watch this center a little bit, and I keep watching the ball. Just wondering if the boy's about 6'3", 325. Will he play someplace next year? I believe he's a senior. Man in motion to the right for Girard. Pitch back to Hawkins, trying to get to the outside, and he'll get inside to about the 45 of Titusville.
Well, he's done a nice job for him. He moves better than I thought he would move.
Yeah.
Just based on the height and weight. You know, sometimes you get kids that are so big that they just can't move. This young man has been able to move.
He's a senior.
Yeah, so I got to believe somebody's taking a look at him.
Yeah, 6'3", 325 with some motion.
I mean, he's going to be a guard probably. Maybe a center at the next level. Who knows?
Looks like he needs to work on his legs. Doesn't look like he has the strength up. Titusville jumps. Mr. Corcoran had a...
Well, I wasn't the only one. There were some other dance partners on that line dance, and we're going to give him a 5-yard first down here.
Yeah, take it down to the Titusville 39. So it'll be a first down and 10. At the Titusville 39 for Girard. Yeah, well, that happens when you're trying to
make a play.
Yep, trying to make a play. I don't mind those mistakes. Off to the tailback, off the right side. And boy, he gets down inside the 30 real quick, like. Knocked out of bounds down around the 25 of Titusville.
Not real sure what's happening over there on the right side of Girard's offense, but they have dominated Titusville's defense on that side. Conversely, they try to come this way where Stephen Partridge is playing on the right side of the defense. They've not been real successful. So, again, they're doing what we've always talked about. Keep doing something until they can stop it. We just have not been able to shut that down when they go to their right.
Wing right to the tailback, straight ahead. Look out, he might get loose. At the 10, the 5, and knocked down at about the 3. That was a pretty decent run. That would be Corey Russell, the ball carrier. You know what's really frustrating, you talk about coaching and so on, Steve, as you watch these games. Here's the team coming in here. What were they?
4-4.
4-4, 2-3 in conference, and they're running all over us.
Again, still.
Yeah, still. You wonder why they're 2-3. Well, is it because
this is a chapter 9 of this book, using your little take on books, and it's the same chapter. 9 straight chapters that just run on us.
Straight ahead to the tailback, and he'll drive to get nothing. I don't think he picked up much. It was first and goal from the 5.
That looked a little bit off right from the get-go there. It's like the quarterback wasn't sure whether to give it or not give it, and the tailback wasn't really expecting it.
You know, just as a non-football person, as I watched Girard tonight, we were just talking about their record, Steve, of being 2-3 in the league, 4-4 overall. Their attack is a little bit off. Their sync, they're just not quite synced up.
Right.
As you watch them on their handoffs and their snaps and so on. Now they're scoring against us and so on, but you can see that might just be the reason they're 4-4. They're just not quite
They're not smooth.
Yeah, they're not smooth.
You watch the
well, good teams will take advantage of.
Oh, good teams will kill you if you're not. Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, and when they mess up a half a step, we stop them.
We make a stop.
But when they make a good play, they get to 10.
When they run a play that's really smooth and everybody's on the execution-wise, they break it. They've the first couple of possessions of the game were that way, but they're off a little bit here now. It's
third and goal from the 1. Hawkins drives it in, and he gets the touchdown. Yeah, and so
here's the thing with them, and maybe this has been Girard all years. Maybe they run really well when they go to the right side, but they can't run to the left. Well, that's okay if you're playing another team that's struggling. But if you're playing another quality football team, such as if you're going to play prep, you play Grove City, you play Slippery Rock, you can't get away with that.
No.
You've got to be able to run both ways.
They're going to go for 2 to try to get us to a 35-0 lead. And that would put a fast clock in the fourth quarter. Feathers looking to his right to throw. He's got a man there. It's intercepted, and it'll be 33-0 with minute 48 to go.
Here we go again. I hate to criticize a coach, but you just drove 70 yards running the ball to the right, and you get down here for a 2-point conversion, and you try to throw it.
Need 3 yards.
But give me these. I just don't understand it.
That's why the audiobook doesn't sell real well.
I narrate the audiobook too, and it goes a lot like that. It kind of reminds me of, if you remember the old pianist, Victor Borga, and the way he would read. That's the way I read my book quite a bit.
It is a great-looking book, though. I'll tell you that.
It is a nice. It's very well written. For those of you who aren't buying my book, it is very well written.
And for those of you who are not buying that book, you're very fortunate. I've known that book for 70 years, and I
haven't been around that long.
It'll look great collecting dust on any
I tell you,
shelf.
if nothing else, it's a nice. It'll be a nice talk piece for your coffee table.
That's right.
My next book's coming out. Joe Paterno's Got Nothing on Me. So be looking for that follow-up.
You get that, Adam? Okay.
Hey, I read his book.
And the kickoff. We got a game going on here. Nichols is going to pick it up. No, he's going to be on one knee.
Oh, his knee again.
They did. This time they blew the whistle.
Now they're trying to call this one.
Picked it up at about the 24-yard line.
You're getting friendly down there with the ref, Bill.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to him right here. I was just telling Steve, I was just talking to the ref a little while ago. He read your book.
Did he?
Yeah, it was on. He
that explains
ran
a lot.
Ran paper in the outhouse, and the book happened to be on the shelf. I don't know what was going on.
Hey, Bill.
What?
At least it serves a purpose.
Well, I don't know if it did or not. Let me ask him.
A little rough around the edges, wasn't it?
He said it left stains. I don't know. Must have been the red ink.
Minute 45 to go here. 33-0 Girard. Titusville first down and 10. Boaz Roque gives it off to Harvey straight ahead. Out across the 25 to about the 27, 28-yard line. Pickup of about 5.
We've talked about with Girard there, with they just off a little bit, not quite totally in sync. Titusville's been that way quite a bit tonight too, and there's a play, he doesn't go for get you 4 yards, but that's an in-sync play. Everybody's firing off, and it's all fluid. You can get a feel for it when you watch them.
Yeah, yes you can. Doubles right, single left Titusville. Third quarter action coming to a close, 1:13. Straight ahead, Harvey. Across the 30. Driven back, but they'll give him forward progress. Pretty good spot, about 32-yard line.
And Parker's running hard.
Yeah, he is.
Just not a lot of space and a lot of plays here for him to be able to get going with a full head of steam. I got to believe that throughout the course of this year, teams that have come in here and have played Titus will have to, they got to admire how he's run this year. Very hard to bring down.
Harvey with unofficially about 37 yards tonight, so I know we're kind of hoping to see
about
him
80
hit.
yards away from being able to get the 1,000-yard mark.
Trips left. Boaz to Harvey. Get to the outside. Breaks the tackle. And gets out close to the first down, depending on the spot. That looks to me like it'll be a first down.
That's a good hard run by Harvey. Does a nice job with a stiff arm. Allows him to get the corner and then dives for the first down.
First down. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. First and 10 Rockets.
And that might be the last play of the third quarter. 33-0. Girard on top as the first quarter is winding down here to 7 seconds.
You're too late now. They just let it run.
And we get the playoff. Pitch out to Harvey. And he's going to break one tackle at the 35 and to the 40. That's a nice run. Harvey picks up another 5 as the third quarter comes to an end. 33-0 Girard. Final quarter coming up.
Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier. Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value.
Fourth quarter action getting underway here at Carter Field. Senior night 2018. 33-0 Girard. Titusville now. It's second down and about 5. Boaz wants to throw. Over the middle, he's coming to Corcoran. It's complete out to about the 41-yard line of Girard. First down and 10, Titusville.
That skinny post, or what we used to call a seam route, they're going to run right up the seam here. And again, we've talked about this in his pregame. We talked about they like to play a lot of cover 3. That's a zone defense. That seam route is one of the meshing areas of the mid zone and the centers, or the right zone. And Corcoran's running right up there. Has been open 2 or 3 times on that route.
First down and 10, Titusville. To Harvey. Harvey straight up the middle, across the 40 to 35, inside the 30 to about the 28. First down for Titusville. Good run.
Yeah, that's a good one of the plays tonight we've seen where he's had a hole open up for him to run through, and you can see what he does when you can get him through the line of scrimmage and into that second tier where they had his steam. People think twice about stepping in his way.
Doubles to the right, single left, Titusville. First down and 10 at the Girard 29. Boaz to Harvey. Look at that, broke 2 tackles and is going to pick up about 3.
And this is the difference between the previous play and this play. The last play you got him through to that second tier into the linebackers without anybody getting a hand on him. Here, he gets a handoff and he's got one guy on him, breaks that one, hits with another guy, breaks that one, 2 more hit him. It's hard to get things going when you're being hit right off the bat.
It's still got 2 yards. Second down and 8 at the 26 of Girard. Doubles left, single right, Titusville. Boaz looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, so he picked off. The 20, 25, 30. It's Feathers up across the 40 and drives ahead to the 45. Brought down there by Boaz Lalak. But the pick, and Girard kills the drive of Titusville with another turnover.
Again, Boaz is going to drop back here. He's going to look, but he's going to get caught looking at his receiver. He's going to roll here. He's going to turn, look real quick. Nothing on the football. Couldn't step into the throw. I think the route
fell
was
down
there. No, he underthrew it. I just don't think he could step into the throw.
Looked like he slipped here.
But he might have, but I don't think it had been completed anyway, the double coverage.
Yeah, they had double coverage on that seam route that time.
First down and 10, Girard at their own 45. Feathers to the tailback, coming up, cuts up the middle. Have a flag down.
There's a hold.
Roche has broken away. He's out across the 40. down inside the Titusville 20, but that's all coming back.
There is a flag on the play. Tackle made down the field by number 22.
Again, this is, we've talked about this, and they come to the right side of their offensive line, and they're just opening up big holes on this right side. Now that the right side is towards us, we'll get a chance to see what exactly they're trying to do that way. And again, here, he's just running over people.
So that'll bring the ball back, and it will go back somewhere around the 30 of Girard. So instead of a big gain for Girard, it'll be a loss of 10. Brings the ball back, it'll be a first down in about 22.
Uh-oh, what's wrong, Steve?
Well, he's bringing Partridge off the field. He's been your best defensive player tonight. I'm not sure why, unless he needs a break. And now they're going to go that side, and they pick up on it, and he's not there. Can't set an edge, and they're going to run for another. They're going to run for about 10 yards on that. That's if indeed that play was called by Fairview because they noticed Partridge coming off the field. Good eyes for them. I think maybe I think they felt he needed a break. He's done a lot of running around here, but again, now without Partridge there, who's been able to set that edge, they're able to get it and turn it upfield for about a 9-10 yard gain.
Second down and 11 for Girard. Comes to the tailback, coming across the right side, out across the 45 to 50, almost broke it. Inside Tassel territory to about the 47.
And we're overplaying it. Now you're going to watch on this side, it looks like it's Joseph Jacobson. He's playing in a defensive end position. Now he's down as opposed to being up. But as he comes upfield, instead of keeping his shoulders parallel with the line of scrimmage, he's turning himself open right into the block, allowing the defender to come right into the numbers on his jersey. He can't turn himself that way. He's got to stay parallel with the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 1 for Girard. Feathers gives it off to the tailback going the other side, and he'll come up close to the first down. But just maybe half a yard short. Bring up a fourth and length of a football, maybe.
Titus coming up. He's playing the safety position, making the stop.
So about a length of a football. Fourth down play for Girard.
Titus doing a nice job, and that's what I'm talking about. Just hold on and bring him down.
They punch everybody in now. Watch for the quarterback sneak here.
That's what I'd do.
And they hand it off. Come off the right side. Breaks the tackle down to the 40, the 35, the 34-yard line. And that would be Hawkins.
And again, I don't know whether they're just right side dominant in their offense, whether that's the scheme or whether that's what they've seen on films when they've scouted Titusville. They're going to come to the right side again. Of course, we're stacking the middle, and they just crush it down.
Well, they got some big boards on that right side. There's 6'2", 6'3", 230. Let me check this 58 is another ball player. Hellman, 6'1", 205, so the center at 325. They go to the left side this time with Hawkins inside the 30 to about the 26. And down inside the 25 now to about the 23. Be enough for a first down, I believe. Right now they're just shoving it down in front.
Now they're just running straight at us now. And again, they're behind their big center who's pushing people around pretty good right now. And they're just able to run it and run it successfully right now.
First down and 10 for Girard. They're at the Titusville 23-yard line. To the tailback going across the left side. And that's a nice play out there by the Rockets. I didn't catch the number.
Number 14, and we even mentioned him quite a bit tonight. Brooks, Seth Brooks with a nice play coming up here to make the tackle.
Loss of about 2 on the play.
They're going to just bring this left. They're going to pull their tackle to try to come out. He, to be honest with you, does not do a very good job at all.
I think he got a cup of coffee.
That's Derek Coverley for Girard. I think the Girard coaches are going to have a couple of words.
Straight up the left side, the right side. Good job there by the interior line.
I bet you they muster out a few or more than a couple, Steve.
I think they probably will. Yeah, and obviously at this point, you know Girard is going to qualify for the playoffs. And at their record, they'll play it. You know, they'll play the game, and I think they should. But you can see why they're the last one in. Out of all the teams we've watched that are playoff teams, you can see why they're last in. They're just...
Their execution's not good.
Their execution isn't clean.
No.
You know, and so they're gonna get in here by the skin of their teeth as that 4th seed.
Partridge back in the game. Dunlap out for Titusville. Pitch to the left side. Try to get to the left side. And they'll pick up about 6 or 7 on the play. They'll bring up a 4th down and maybe 5 for Girard.
And this is one where if I'm Girard, you know, you're going to go for it because, again, you don't need this. You're not worried about the mercy rule. At this point, there's only 5 minutes, 5:45 to go in the 4th quarter, and it's a 33-0 ball game. But
well, you're down to 20, so.
But you can't really, you know, there's no sense in punting it because if you punt it in the end zone, it comes right back to the 20s.
You lose 5.
Yeah, you might just as well go for it here. I think this ball, you know, if I'm guessing, they're coming near side to Titus. They're going to run this to the right. Unless that's a throw. No, it's a throwing quarterback. This is going in the air.
Yeah, it's going to come to Feathers. He's got one-on-one coverage out here on the right.
Yep.
Your side, Bill. Go get him. Pass is complete, but not to Feathers, and I don't think they got the first down by any stretch. Threw it up short, and it'll be a turnover on downs to the Tazewell Rockets. Landon Palma.
And again, we haven't heard much out of Mr. Palma here last week or this week, really, but we talked with Coach Baldwin. He said Landon Palma has missed a few days of school due to illness. He's not at 100%.
There's been a couple kids, he said.
A couple kids, he said, are running some sickness, some illnesses that are creating a problem. Like it's Landon Palma normally is one of those kids that figures highly into your game.
Yeah, he's tough. Probably the best 130-pounder in the league.
Yes.
Titus was going to take a timeout. Oh, Yellow Jackets, excuse me. Girard taking a timeout. 5:39 to go. 33-0 Girard. Yeah. Titus was not able to get anything going offensively.
Well, this last 5:39, if you may see a lot of yards being accumulated now because there's a lot of clean white jerseys that'll be coming on the field here, I think, for Girard as they start substituting out. You know, just a bad start tonight.
Yeah.
Really bad start.
It took the air out of your sails real quick.
Well, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You know, good teams will capitalize on your mistake. And Titusville, their first 2 possessions were 2 turnovers, and you gave away 2 scores. And you can't do that when you're a team that's struggling and expect to win a football game. And obviously, that's what's happened here tonight for Titusville. And it's not the only 2 times. I think we've turned the ball over tonight, uncharacteristically, 5 times.
Probably
5 or 6 times. We've had, I think, 4 interceptions.
So Titusville has it now 1st down and 10. They're at their own 16-yard line. And as Steve mentioned, a lot of new white shirts out there. It goes to Corcoran.
Here comes the reverse.
Face mask.
That's right side. Yeah, it was. So brings it out to the 2:15. 17 was the ball carrier for Titusville.
Sebastian Peterson. That's one of the problems I have with this reverse thing with Titusville.
The double reverse.
The double reverse here. They're going to give it, I think that's Titus coming in this way. He's going to turn back, give it to Sebastian here. But I'm just not too sure that Titusville has enough foot speed to be running these reverses.
2nd down and 10 for Titusville, the 16. Doubles left, single right, Titusville. Boazlou at quarterback. Turns and gives it to Harvey. Breaks to the outside. He's out across the 25, the 30. Hurdles a man. And now we have a flag down.
I'm not sure that's legal.
Yeah, he's out about the 45-yard line. I'm not sure it is in high school ball either.
A karate kick.
Yeah, I'm just.
Was that Brown that did that for the Steelers a couple seasons ago?
Yeah. We've seen it a couple times, and it is. I think that's what the call is. I'm not sure.
Well, I've seen it happen earlier in the season and no call. But
it is an athletic play here. I thought he should have cut up. Well, he had number 8 coming in there. We missed him, so it was a good choice to stay to the outside. And he's got this deceptive speed, and he knows people are going to come low. They can't tackle him high. He threw it right when he did hurdle. I'm not sure if that's what he's calling or not, or whether he saw something else.
Maybe a block in the back over there.
I think he called illegal block.
Yeah, I thought, just as we were watching the replay up here, Bill, it looked to me like it was a block in the back. Well, I didn't see the call from the official, but
at least we're blocking.
Even if it's in the back. So it brings up a second down and a bundle. Second down and 7 for Titusville. Now takes away some yardage off of Mr. Parker Harvey. Boaz wants to throw. He's got a man going deep. It's Palma out to midfield, complete. First down and 10 from midfield for Titusville. Nice catch by Mr. Palmer. There he is.
There he is. And that's not a bad, it wasn't a bad throw there by Boaz. He does a nice job here. He's going to plant that back foot and steps into it. And that ball comes right down into Palmer's hands for a first down.
Yeah, that was a good ball.
Does make a big difference, guys, doesn't it, when you can be able to throw the ball? Well, I mean, try to do it consistently every game.
First down and 10 from the midfield for Titusville. And in motion is Corcoran. It goes to Corcoran, cuts it upfield, the 45. Gets to the outside. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, and brought down to 26. Good run.
I just want to mention that maybe that adds another aspect to the ball game, right?
What's that, throwing?
The passing game?
Oh, yeah, you need to balance it out a little bit if you can. We haven't had a good passing game whole season. But neither one of these quarterbacks, Boaz first-year quarterback too, you know, so we have a freshman first-year quarterback and a junior first-year quarterback. Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Looks like he's throwing the ball a lot better, though. I mean, it's got a lot more zip to it.
Well, he's a little stronger, I think, as a junior. Parker Harvey cuts it to the outside. That's a nice move. Oh,
what's this?
Going to bring it back, and Parker takes it down inside the 10. But it's coming back for some reason.
I'm not too sure what he's
saying. It'll be a hold again.
I don't buy that.
We'll have to look at this again.
I don't know where he's at. We got to see Parker Harvey making a jump cut here. Really nice jump cut. It's coming to the inside there. I don't see.
Where's the hold?
That's what I'm looking for.
Run that back again, Luke. We're going to look again.
Wait, maybe it might be Nosko, but Nosko's the one that is being number 10, the tight end. If he tries to hold that, he's being no. You can't call. If that's where he's calling it, he's way off. I didn't see a hold there on that one.
No, there's nothing even close to it up here.
Zebras can be blind sometimes.
First down and 10 nonetheless, or 20. I mean for Titusville. Boaz looking to throw. Got a man coming over the middle.
Missed the wrong one.
Picked off by Girard, out to 30, 35, cuts back to the outside, 45, 50. He's got some blockers. He'll be run out of bounds at about the Titusville 35-yard line. Another turnover, Titusville. Gone it. That's how important that call is.
Yeah, you put a team in a bad situation, forcing them into a mistake. Now you're gonna watch. He misses this. You watch the difference. You got Corcoran in the slot. You got Turchio's the outside receiver. You're gonna see Corcoran's going to fade to the outside, and that's where he tries to go, is to Corcoran. If he'd have stayed with Turchio across the middle and given him another step, he clears in that zone area right there. He'd have had a completion there. Again, though, he's only played a half a year at quarterback.
First down and 10, Girard at the Titusville 35 on the turnover. First unit offense is in for Girard. To the tailback, following Stace, Hawkins to the 30. And that's where he's going to be stacked up.
Ball's carried by number 24, Tyler Hawkins. Tackle made by number 42, Sebastian Titus.
Gain of about, I'll call him 5 on the play, second down and 5. 3:10 left to go in the ball game. 33-0 Girard. Girard's doing some subbing now, but they still have their first line, and they don't have a big squad. 40 uniforms out there in warm-up, so Titusville was about 55 number-wise. Under center to the tailback, left side, cuts it back, and that's Roche, and he's going to get down to about the 25.
Ball's carried by number 12, Dustin Roche.
maybe third down and about 1.
And again, they're trying to come to the left a little bit. Now Partridge is back in there, the right side of the Titusville defense, and he's done a really good job. And I know we've said this numerous times, but he's done a nice job of setting an edge, forcing them to run back up inside. That time there, we just didn't have the flow we needed from the inside out.
Cam Feathers, quarterback, under center. Tube in the backfield to the tailback coming left side. It's Roche again inside the 20. Fumble on the ball. Titusville has it.
I think we got it.
You know, this has been a very sloppy ball game as far as turnovers go.
What's about 10?
It's about 10 turnovers. And on both sides, to be honest with you. I think that's their third or fourth fumble of the game. We've turned the ball over 4 interceptions and I think a fumble as well.
Well, we made a comment here not too long ago, Steve, that they looked like a team that couldn't take the hits.
Yeah, they don't hold on to the ball well.
No.
So if you've got a little bit, you know, if Titusville had just a little bit more speed, to be honest with you.
Get there quicker.
Get there a little quicker and deliver some blows. You know, that may be the Achilles heel for Girard. That may be why they're sneaking into the playoffs. Just looking at things here real quick. I want to check my USA-Canada. In the third quarter, McDowell looks like they'll be able to keep their football program alive. They're 24-6.
So we're going to go up 1 game.
We're going to go up 1 game. We'll take a 3-2 advantage in the USA-Canada series. Grove City 49, Meadville 6. Oil City 28, Slippery Rock 3, and the other one, it's not going to make any difference now. Harbor Creek is up 13-6.
Oh, Canada.
So yeah, you know, I like it. I don't know why I do, to be honest with you. I don't know why I find this so fascinating.
Because you like curling.
That's true. That's the other thing. But I say this is a nice thing. As long as we don't have to reciprocate in either hockey or curling, we'll be okay. But if we got to do that, we're in trouble.
We thought we'd buy Steve a broom for curling, but we're afraid Lisa might ride it.
No.
She'd be on the stone.
Steve, you just covered Halloween and Thanksgiving at the same time.
Steve told me to say that.
She'll know better than
Parker
that.
Harvey came to the outside. Get out there. Out across the 30 and brought down to 31. That's a good run.
Let's get him to break through and then get his yards in.
Try to get him to break one here. And that's one of the things where I kind of, I kind of questioned a little bit on the play calling in the last series. I thought he was gunning to get Parker his 1,000, but
he's got another game, doesn't he?
What's that?
He's got another game to try for it.
Yeah, he's got one more game, but I thought he'd be trying to, at this point in this game, I thought that's what he'd be going for.
Yeah. He's running hard, though. Really running hard.
Second down and about long 1, we'll call it. It goes to Harvey. Cuts to the outside. Get a block. Didn't get the block. Across the 30, the 40. Head down, 45, 47 yards.
He wants it. He wants it.
Just you guys pay for it, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's run very hard, and we've talked about him all year. I like, more so than anybody I've really seen this year. I love the way he finishes a run.
Yeah, he's going to take a break. Nicholson goes in for him. Yeah, I do too. Like I said, he's one of the best in the region.
He's not afraid to take a hit head on, I'll tell you, boys.
No, he punishes you. He finishes off all runs. Minute 23 to go in the game. Roche wants to throw. He's got a man in his face, and he's going to go down. More of a slip than a tackle, but he gets knocked down and lost about 4 in the play.
Yeah, it's probably a divot from the soccer team.
Speaking of which, Titusville Rocket boys taking on Sharon Monday afternoon.
At home.
At home in Oil City. Yeah.
Home away from home. Is that where that phrase came from?
That's what it means, yeah.
We kid Luke about soccer, and rightfully so.
Who's kidding?
I'm not, but I just,
Hey, we're sitting here with a score 33-0, and we're teasing him about soccer?
Yeah, I'll still tease him about soccer. Here it comes, and there's the kick.
Monday. That's Nick Wright's kick, by the way, for that goal.
And that's, they don't even do that right. They kick it low instead of over the crossbar.
No,
They're kicking under.
There were a few. It's placing your shots,
Well, yeah, but they gave him a point for that
Coming from the guy who likes curling.
Hey, curling's great.
Yeah.
That curling is...
Chimney,
curling is great.
Look at that shot. There's the leg of Nick Wright.
That's life-size shuffleboard right there.
Monday, October 22nd. First round, Sharon versus Titusville. Should they win, they'll play Wednesday.
Hope they do.
At home?
At home and cheering.
At home and cheering, yeah.
Titusville now with the ball. Boaz wants to go deep. He's got a man over the middle. Oh, just off the hands of Palma. Bring up second down. Take that third down, 13 now.
Yeah, it'll bring up
Is
down the distance you don't want to be in.
Yeah. Is this the first time, Luke, that the boys have been in the playoffs?
Oh, no.
It's the first time we've
known
about it and made fun of them for it. But I really shouldn't do that because the head coach of the Titusville boys soccer team happens to be my doctor.
Yeah,
that could be a problem.
Actually, that's quite a coaching crew they have put together this year.
Oh, bad snap.
Uh-oh.
Boaz has to cover. Dadgummit. Brings up a fourth down in a bundle for Titusville.
That fumble rolled back to him.
Yeah.
That ball did.
When Dunlap was snapping, when did that happen?
That happened back in probably about the second quarter.
Well, I know this game, but prior to this game?
No, I don't think it's ever happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Baldwin's always been in that spot.
Yeah.
He was under the weather, too, this week.
Yeah, he was another one that was
he's
feeling.
a tackle or something now.
No, he's not.
61?
61's not Baldwin.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Baldwin's 66, I believe.
Sorry, it's only 9 weeks into it, Jim.
It's okay.
It's
that's
a numbers
Jake
game.
Bush. 61 is Bush playing the tackle.
That's what I said.
I know. It's okay. Go back to sleep. Here's the throw deep, and that's, he dropped it right in there.
And it's caught.
And I think it is caught.
It is caught.
Or is it picked off? One of the two.
Oh, no.
What are they going to call?
Incomplete.
What?
Well, it was caught by somebody, fellas.
It looked to me like it was caught by somebody. They're saying
I thought
incomplete.
Corkland had it.
Well, it was Laird Stover running the route, if I'm not mistaken.
It was either Corkland or number 10.
Holy Toledo, I didn't see that. I thought that ball was, I thought we caught it.
I thought we caught it, too. I thought he had dropped it in. Here you'll see it to the right side.
It makes no difference as time is going to be running down with 13 seconds, but makes a difference.
It makes a difference to me.
Well, that was a good ball. Oh, it does. It looks like it did come out.
I guess so. Maybe it did. I don't know. I hate to admit that they're right.
Yeah. So that'll be the last play of the game as Girard will take this kneel, and this game will end. Ninth game of the season, senior night. Titusville loses it 33-0. We'll be back with a wrap-up of tonight's game and player of the game right after these messages.
Nothing says community more than local sports. Cheering on our favorite teams while our young athletes learn about hard work, teamwork, and building character. At Homerwood, community begins with our employees. Those same traits we look for in our athletes are the same characteristics we look for in our employees. And it shows in the quality of our products that we're proud to stand behind and on. From our employees and their families, we say thank you for making us part of your community. Go Rockets!
Hospital partners, Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital together provide a continuum of high-quality care across Crawford County. Both create the ultimate patient experience. Every patient, every time. Meadville Medical Center and Titusville Area Hospital are more than a hospital. We are a hospital partner, a community partner, a family partner, and a health partner.
Fall and football go hand in hand, just like yards and the products made by Steel. At Titusville True Value, we offer a full selection of Steel chainsaws, pole saws, leaf blowers, weed eaters, and hedge trimmers to prepare your yard for fun this fall. So get the full lineup of Steel's equipment so the chores are out of the way so you can go out to play. Steel, available now at your Titusville True Value. Behind every good project is your Titusville True Value.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza and Subs Family Video post-game show. We'll have your Corky's Pizza Family Video player of the game coming up in just a few moments. And big thanks to Corky's and to the Titusville Beverage for providing some food and beverages up here for all the home games.
You know, before we get into a wrap-up, let's go down
the field real quick to Bill.
Oh,
Bill?
okay, Bill, I'm sorry.
All right. Coach, what do you say to the seniors?
Oh, I just, I appreciate everything that they've given to us and the team this year. We got one more shot to go get it this year, and, some of them, well, that'll be all they have. So, we just got to go out and do it.
Rough start to the game tonight.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, and you're down 14-0, 13-0.
Yeah, well, they made a very good interception, and that first one was a good play on their part. We couldn't get anything rolling, couldn't get any consistency going on offense, still slipping up tackles and stuff like that. But it's, things we'll definitely work on, and we'll come back strong.
Okay, one more game to go this year.
Yep.
Then we got the winter to go through, weightlifting and everything else, and we're ready to go again next fall again, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, congratulations on the wins this year anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck? It was a lot better than last year.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach. Okay. Here you go, guys.
And so Titusville ends up at 7-2 now.
Well, we'll be 2-7 actually.
Well, 2-7. That's right. Put it in the right perspective. I like 7-2 better.
So would I, but we're still 2-7.
2-7, yeah. And so it will be.
We've talked about soccer way too much tonight.
Yeah.
Wireless Mic tonight, by the way, brought to you by the Titusville Dairy Products Company, and tonight by Ongley Timber Resources. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, I was going to say before we get into the wrap-up that for those of you who have been watching the Rockets game here with us here on the stream this past year, goodbye to these people who have been good enough to sponsor. Without them, we can't be on. They do this for two reasons. Number one, mostly to support Titusville programming and organizations, and secondly, of course, to get their name out so that you would stop in and take your business to them.
Believe it or not, to do a production like this, and I don't like tooting our own horn or anything. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and Carol Johnson has spent most of the summer
trying to get
working hard at getting the sponsors, and there's a lot of eager people that want to see this throughout the year, and so a big thanks to her for all her hard work, and Adam Bodemer for graphic design. He and I spent a lot of time. Well, tonight you saw some of the fun we had with it, but no, there's just
really
there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and I know we joke, but you two, and especially you look back at the last however long we've been doing this. Jim, you and I have been doing this for 10,
too long.
12, 13 years. Yeah, too long. Steve, it's weird because it's like Jim and I will talk. It's like, well, Steve just joined us a couple years ago. It hasn't been a couple years. It's been much longer than that.
5?
Probably
6. Yeah,
5, 6 years,
it's been incredible, and
it's a lot of fun.
It's frustrating at times when you know these kids and you see their potential and you know that they can go out and play hard, and when you don't see that, it's frustrating. But the fun part of it is hanging out here on a Friday night, watching high school football. There's nothing like it.
Well, and if you're not here at Carter Field, you're in Titusville, and you're not at Carter Field on a Friday night when they're playing football, you're missing something.
Yeah.
You really, really are. This is one of the oldest stadiums in the area, and it's a very, very nice stadium. And I don't care what anybody says. This field you have here at Titusville is as good as any field.
Oh, it is, by far.
Yeah, grass, turf, I don't care. This is still a very good football field and a fun place to play. This is where you really need to be Friday nights when they turn these lights on.
And historic to begin with.
Absolutely.
Very historic area. So, yeah, final score, 33-0. Girard takes care of Titusville this evening. Titusville with one game left. Next week, take on Karn City here at Carter Field. So hopefully they'll be able to put it together and get a win to end the season.
Guys, one more break. We'll come back and bring you the Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game.
Author of the game. Or player of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll flash that book one more time.
Yeah, which I need the sales.
Yeah, I know.
Are you moving at the speed of business? File transfers, multiple locations, video chat. Companies these days are using more data than ever, and it's got to be fast. With gigabit internet from Armstrong Business Solutions, you can keep up with the pack no matter what size your company is. We can provide your business a reliable connection to our advanced fiber optic network with speeds from 100 megs up to 10 gigs per second. Get your business in the fast lane. Armstrong Business Solutions. Your business is our business.
So State Farm will be here to help protect our home.
Of course.
What about here?
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Here?
Who puts tinfoil in the microwave?
Here? Here? Here?
Feels a little awkward.
A little. Here?
You too.
So cold.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Oil Creek Plastics, the industry leader in polyethylene pipe, is proud to be a part of the Titusville community and a proud sponsor of Titusville High School athletics. Located off Route 27 in East Titusville, Oil Creek Plastics has been a vested part of the Titusville community for 28 years. At Oil Creek Plastics, we take pride in supporting our community and are thrilled to bring instant and slow motion replay to the stream's Titusville Rocket sports broadcasts. In Titusville and here to stay, Oil Creek Plastics. Best of luck to the Titusville Rockets.
Interstate Pipe and Supply is proud to announce their celebration of 50 years in business. Holding true to their motto, service means business, they offer a full knowledgeable staff, full fleet of trucks, and large product offering. They are not just a plumbing location, but a one-stop shop assisting homeowners and contractors quickly and efficiently. They have been a primary pipe supplier in Titusville for 40-plus years. Good luck to the Titusville Rockets this year, and thank you for making Interstate Titusville's premier pipe supplier. Anderson Physical Therapy is committed to your long-term health and well-being. With certified licensed therapists, Andersons can provide therapy for all your rehabilitation needs. With offices located at 202 Union Street in Titusville and 118 Main Street, Tityute, Anderson looks forward to opening their new location in Cambridge Springs, making it convenient for you to get back to doing the things you enjoy. So stay on top of your game with Anderson Physical Therapy, with convenient locations in Northwest Pennsylvania and online 24/7 at andersonphysicaltherapy.net. Community Connect Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial institution, and becoming a member is pretty easy. Stop in, call, or visit our website at communityconnectfcu.com and click Join to get started. Ask about our money market accounts, low-interest loans on new and used vehicles, or start saving for the holidays with a Christmas Club account. Visit us today to get started. We're Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street, Titusville.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Family Video Post-Game Show. Final here from Carter Field. 33-0 as the Rockets get stung by the Yellow Jackets.
Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to the seniors who will have one more game to play next week. But on senior night, we appreciate their effort and their work this season. But player of the game, we've talked about several different names so far this year, this evening. Parker Harvey's crowding in 1,000 yards. I don't think he got it tonight, but he's got one more game to go. I thought he played very well. I still think he is one of the best players, running backs in the region, and especially this year with his yards after contact. But you had
Caleb Dunlap played well, particularly about midway the second quarter on. He really stepped up his game, played well. I thought DeAnthony Edwards had some very nice plays as well defensively. Of course, Nicholson at the middle backer had some good plays, and Corcoran had some good plays. But the one kid I thought defensively that really helped us out, particularly, and I don't know whether, again, I cannot say this is by design or by reaction, but Stephen Partridge setting the edge on the Titusville defense. When they ran at him, they could not get yards. The best they would get is 1 or 2 yards. He held the edge well. He played it when they tried to get outside of him. He played it well. He played it textbook, really, for most of the night. And I thought Stephen Partridge had probably the best game we've ever seen him play tonight, particularly on the defensive line.
Yeah, I did too. And like you said, we've called him out many times. And one of the things that we've talked about the whole season is setting the edge. And finally tonight you get somebody that could do it, and you can see what happens when you do control the edge.
That's right. See, you can't give up the edge, and he didn't do it tonight. So I'm going to have the publisher pull the book off the shelves. I'm sorry for all of those that are pre-ordering this for Christmas.
It's a beautiful book.
We're going to have to pull the book off the shelves because I'm going to have to add a new chapter
I like how
where they didn't give up the edge.
Your dad's quote, what?
Yeah, well, I'm used to that.
I'm surprised he wrote the book. Yeah, that's what.
You should have some more hair.
I'm going to talk to my publicist about that.
Either that or dim the lights a little bit, okay?
We're going to get that taken up. And ladies, and for those of you who might still be with us, and
65 used for a cent.
I'm sorry for you people who are still there.
Well, there's 1 cent you could have used.
But don't go do that. Don't go ordering that online because you won't find it. People searching all night looking for my book. And I don't want you to go without.
I seriously hope they don't search for that.
And then go to the hospital first thing tomorrow if that's the case.
Yeah, the guys will be coming after you with the nets. And tonight's ball game, Stephen Partridge played very well from the defensive end for our Corky's Pizza Family Video Player of the Game.
Guys, final thoughts, Jim?
No more than I had last week.
Well, I cut you off last week. That's right. Now I'm giving you the platform. You don't want it.
No, my final thoughts. I just want to I do appreciate being down here the last 9 weeks. Don't know if we're going to get here next week or not, but if we don't, our thanks to Coach Baldwin and the staff, and certainly our thanks to the kids.
Coach is very open with us all season. Great conversation.
Yep.
Steve?
Again, it's fun to be down here Friday nights and watch football. The season hasn't gone the way anybody had hoped it go. Again, we've talked about it numerous times. I think this team could have won a few more games than they did, but that's just the way sometimes things go. But tonight in particular, you saw a lot of kids playing very, very hard. And there you can see in the closing shots here, you can see this is senior night, sticking around, getting pictures with friends and with family, and that's part of the nostalgia of Titusville football.
Bill?
I just take this opportunity to thank all the fans that follow us, if they're still fans of us. They're still, but also the school system. Thank those people all involved, and tell you what, it's been a nice ride this year. Really nice ride.
And you won't hear me say this again, but go McDowell. We're up 38-6 over West Toronto Prep. The United States is going to take a 1-game lead in the U.S.-Canada high school football.
Oh,
I can't believe that's how we're ending the season here. Hey, big thanks to all these sponsors. Please support them or thank them. State Farm Insurance, Oil Creek Plastics, Interstate Pipe and Supply, Larry's Auto Service, True Value Hardware, Armstrong, Anderson Physical Therapy, Titusville Dairy Products Company, the Meadville Medical Center, Titusville Area Hospital, Joe Taylor Ford, the Barking Lot, Community Connect Federal Credit Union, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, Homerwood, Clifford's Carpets and Waterbeds, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, Family Video, Corky's Pizza and Subs. Thanks to all our sponsors, and a big thanks to our camera operators tonight, Amy Rio and Adam Bodemer. For Bill McCrillis, Steve Bodemer, Jim Bodemer, I'm Luke Rio. Thank you for joining us for Titusville Rocket football this season.